But hold up, somebody throw up.
I never had no wins. Sliding in these gens with 10, with Mac 10s and bro friends.
Podcast, man, and it's certain moments that you have when you do these things, and I think it's more the moment.
These guys came from Woodland, Delaware. Where was you from?
Now, who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him.
Listen, man, it's your boy D-Mac, man. Fire Nights Podcast.
Let me see him. Let me see him.
Okay, I heard that.
Welcome. It's Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week. You're not rocking with the best. This is the Fire Nights Experience, thought-provoking black joke, black culture journey, sports entertainment, current events. Whatever's popping, let's talk about it. Yeah, man. It's the Live Legends, man. The One Take Titans. Live as always, man. One take, no redos. You get the bloopers, you get the realness, you get everything with us.
Shout out to the good brother JT. Yes, we are definitely the best podcast in the tri-state. Thank you for stating that every week. Thank you.
Fucking right.
Motherfucking thank you.
Told myself I will reduce the expletives from now on, so it won't be too many of them going on. But with that being said, man, it's your boy Coach, man, but that don't really matter, man. I'm flanked by the best in the business. To my right, your left, the esteemed Fresh Fire. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling marvelous. You know, everybody jammed out in Bucharest. Arakti to you. And before we go any further, for all my people out in Maine all the way to Spain, I want to give you a hello. How are ya?
Yes, absolutely. And to my left, your right, the esteemed Iceman, the ghetto baby. How you feeling, baby?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Lovely. Ready to rock.
Let's get into it, man. Let's do what we do as always, man. We were rocking live from Studio 7. For all your recording needs, video, records, you spin records.
OnlyFans.
That too. Content. All kind of content.
We do it all here, man. We do everything.
Somebody said Pornhub. Who knows?
Get at them.
Liable to see anything in Studio 7.
But bro.
Yes, sir.
Let's do what we normally do, man. And what's got you on fire, bro?
What's got your boy fresh on fire, man? I would like to preface this one here by fuck it. I hate motherfucking bullies. Damn. Yeah, I said it, motherfuckers. I said it. I hate a motherfucking bully because a lot of us know people who we label bullies, but they're actually opportunists. Let me give you an example. If you are someone who actually identifies someone as weaker than you and you prey on them, you are an opportunist. But if you are a person who wakes up in the morning and takes what they want from everyone they see, you are a fucking bully. But in this one, I'm talking about the opportunists who we call bullies. And I would like to say, man, that's some motherfucking fuck shit. It's some selfish shit. And actually, you motherfucking weak to me. If you bully on people, if you take advantage of people, if you take advantage of naivety and things of that nature, when you see it, I hate you. Not a real bully, but I hate a motherfucker who, I see somewhere I can pull somebody down and step on their neck. That's some bullshit. I don't respect that. I respect the motherfucker who hold everybody down and hold it on everybody's motherfucking neck. Not just somebody you saw who may not be from here, and you say, oh, well, they don't know what's going on. Let me school them my way. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. And I'm saying if it's actually a person who cool, they don't know what's going on, why don't you show them the way? Instead of motherfucker making them pay. Because then hurt people. All you doing is starting a motherfucking line of bullshit, you opportunists. I hate you motherfuckers. I really do. I really hate a motherfucker who will take an opportunity to step on, stomp on, hold down, hold back a motherfucker who does not know any better. Instead of motherfucking taking advantage, why don't you motherfucker help a motherfucker out so they don't turn around and try to opportunist some motherfucking body like you did? Because I hate fucking bullies. And that's what the fuck got Fresh on fire, man.
All right. Fuck bullies.
Fuck bullies.
We don't like bullies around here.
Nah, fuck them. With a long, sick dick. Yeah.
All right.
And make them gag.
That was a mouthful, as usual. It was a mouthful, as usual, man.
I hate them, man.
So listen, man. With that being said, let's do our usual.
Gotta take a pop after that.
After that, you gotta take a pop, man.
Take a pop.
Nah, because I saw something, man.
Gotta take a butt bump.
Whoa. I would say this a lot, but pause.
I was watching a movie, motherfucker kept talking about taking a butt bump.
Oh shit.
Now what was it? Oh, you ain't finished watching you yet?
Nah.
Oh man. Nigga talk about taking butt bumps, man. Blowing the coke up the butt, man.
I'm straight on that. I'm straight on that.
We'll get to that.
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Hey man, let's get to some random tomfoolery and shenanigans, man. Some quick hitters, man. Some shit that
That butt bump, that'll get you.
That started off.
Butt bump, man.
That's definitely some tomfoolery.
Whew.
That is
And
definitely some
chicanery.
tomfoolery.
And she came.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you see the thing where the thieves stole 6 Dodge Hellcats in like 40 seconds?
Nah, I ain't see that. I missed
In
that.
a Kentucky dealership, man. They had a video of, hey man, if you got a Hellcat, man, they said the motherfuckers is hella dangerous in Atlanta, man. Like that's a high, you risk a high probability
Everywhere.
of getting,
Go to
getting
Philly.
jacked.
They killing you in Philly. Well, they jagging niggas in Philly for
Yeah, Hellcats is
Delaware.
hell, so watch your ass, man.
I know niggas in Delaware that's taking niggas. Don't hop out of the gas station.
Yeah,
you might want a Hellcat. Watch your ass.
Yeah, you might want to get you a Toyota Tercel or something. Ford Focus.
What happened was car thieves decided to help themselves to 6 Dodge Hellcats in around under a minute from a Kentucky dealership. So how did they make off with the 6 supercharged SRTs in under a minute? Thieves broke into a Chrysler Dodge dealership in Somerset, Kentucky, and stole the cars using the vehicle's keys and drove the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcats out the showroom. One of the Hellcats already had the keys on board, which made taking the car even more straightforward, bro.
Most of them do. They got them in the if they coming straight off the dock, they got them in the joint.
So, but they caught most of them, though. They caught most of the thieves.
I can honestly say yes. They will have one. They had like the spare key at the desk, and they will have the brand new key under like the floor mat or somewhere like that. So it's real easy to take them once you get on the lot.
That's a hot ass car, man. That and what's the other one? What's the souped up Jeep Cherokee? What's that? The track hawk.
Oh yeah.
The track hawk. Niggas love a Hellcat and a track hawk.
Yeah, they doing that in everywhere. Philly, here.
So if you got one of them,
young
motherfuckers,
niggas
watch your
here.
ass, man. Watch your ass.
Get more insurance.
Baltimore,
Get more
DC.
insurance.
Watch your ass.
Shit.
Anywhere there's poverty, despair. Don't you drive your Hellcat down that motherfucker? And I mean it.
Man, start
fucking
running
mean
red
it.
lights and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, especially if you on a Martin Luther King Boulevard or so
Oh.
on and so forth, man. You know, watch your ass in them Hellcats.
We
And them-
might
and them
have
track
one.
hawks.
We might have one of the safer Martin Luther King Street
MLKs.
avenues, boulevards. But if you any MLK around, pull out your Ford Focus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So remember the story that we shared, a tragic story, about the 4 individuals that traveled to Mexico and was accosted by the Mexican cartel.
Yes.
Well, the Mexican cartel has since apologized.
What's this?
They have since apologized, and they have turned over to responsible individuals for proper processing. Now, here is the kicker, though. Here's the kicker. The Mexican president says that the country is safer than the U.S. despite the kidnappings. He is confident
Probably right though.
that although 4 South Carolina residents were recently violently kidnapped in Mexico, leading to 2 of their deaths and the death of an innocent bystander, local officials believe the country still poses less of a risk than America. Mexico is safer than the United States. There's no issue with traveling safely through Mexico. That's something the U.S. citizens also know, just like our fellow Mexicans that live in the U.S. Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador said during a press conference briefing on Monday, according to CNN. As previously reported by Revolt on March 3rd, Latavia Tay Washington McGee, Shaii Woodard, Zindell Brown, and Eric Williams ventured from South Carolina so that McGee could allegedly undergo cosmetic surgery. Just as the group crossed the Texas border and entered Matamoros, they were ambushed by members of the Gulf Cartel. The incident is still under investigation. You think it's safer here in Mexico than here?
It might. I don't know because I'm
gonna say an
here.
emphatic no. I'm gonna say an
I
emphatic
can't
no.
say that. I can't say that. If you, with all the killings and shit we be having here, that's not safe. That's not safe when you go to Philly and 15, 20 niggas die in a weekend. That's not safe. And you can do that in every state. You know what I'm saying?
And
Now,
you can
okay,
do that in a lot of metropolitan areas. You like, God damn, it's a lot of killings around this
Yeah,
block.
like it's a lot of fucking killings.
But
you know
this
what
was
I'm
a group of
saying?
individuals that crossed the border and was mistaken for Haitian
drug smugglers.
drug smugglers.
But like I said, that's 4 people. Hundreds of Americans cross the border every day that don't get kidnapped or nothing.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I definitely
Or killed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. It's hard because I don't know the numbers in Mexico. But I do know that around here it's a lot of fucking killing.
The numbers as far as Americans crossing over to Mexican soil and dying get publicized. Now, the amount of Mexicans that come over to the U.S., those numbers probably aren't as publicized at all, if any. Because you can imagine how many die just fleeing from Mexico.
Yeah, but
Under their now, mind you, if you're fleeing from one country to another,
but their thing, see, they we not doing that. Like they come in here living for a while, then they might get killed or do like getting involved with some of the gangs or something else. It ain't like motherfucker like the girls that went over there. They went over to Mexico and was chilling until they killed their own friend.
That's fair.
Wasn't nobody trying to kidnap, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, to me, like you said, it get publicized when it happened. Like when something American go to Mexico and something happens, it get publicized.
Because there was another story, and it kind of was close to here about some gentlemen that went over to I was Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, I apologize. I was Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
But a you know,
Please
Latin
don't go to
American-
Old San Juan.
But That's what I said. I have to be in Mexico to say that. Nah, they. But me being in America, it's a lot of fucking killing in America, dog.
Yeah.
It's not safe here.
Bro.
We don't hear now. World shit. We would hear about school shootings in Mexico. We didn't have, listen, and I didn't even know this. We had 85 school shootings last year.
I think
85.
I think
And you only hear about like 2 or 3.
If I ain't mistaken, in America, we've had more mass shootings than we've had days lived this year.
I think they have more killings involving cartels and the drug trade.
But is
That's
it
fair.
equal to
I think let's check
these
it out.
young niggas killing each other?
Okay. Crack research staff, go and research that and come back to you on next
You
week.
know what I'm
about that.
saying?
We're gonna test the numbers.
It has to be, you know what I'm saying? It has to be fighting parallel because it's a lot of fucking killing in America.
What I will say is it sounds like it's a little bit more dangerous in Mexico because it's something you kind of said. I was like, okay, well, it's dangerous in America. You know what I'm saying? You in certain places in America, but there's not a lot of people getting kidnapped.
They're fleeing Mexico to the U.S.
Yeah.
Number one, to escape the conditions. Number two, because of more opportunity here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has nothing to do with danger though.
It has a lot to do with danger.
It might have to do with living. If I'm not living good here,
why would
not
you
if
not
I-
be living good there? Because
it's
a third world country.
that's
and
why I'm
it's
not
dangerous
living
as
good.
shit.
That's why I'm not living good.
Well, what I will say is it's been a third world country ever since we've known it. Now they are flocking because of
They've been flocking, nigga. They've been flocking in LA. They've been flocking in Arizona. They've been flocking in
like
Texas.
This, though, not like this.
Man, come on, man.
What I actually seen on the news, they actually
been
had
flocking. They've been
the
flocking
last
that
couple
number.
of years, they have had tens of thousands of people they had to stop at the border.
They got the satellite
Tens
tracking
of
with
thousands
with the infrared tracking and shit, man. Niggas ain't fleeing here.
That's
to escape
because
the
they
violence
stopping
to go
them
there.
now, taking numbers and all that. Motherfuckers been crossing that, man. Listen, California is
I-
built off
Yeah,
Mexicans.
but what I'm saying is, I'd never seen something like I did seen. I don't know if it was early this year or late last year. I seen a train with people hanging off the fucking train on top of the train. They didn't give a fuck. It was like, I know this is motherfucker way
getting out of
more.
here.
Right, it's way more than over a fire marshal maximum capacity. You got people hanging on the outside of a train, Amtrak, trying to come to America. So I'm like, I don't think nobody's doing that trying to get out of America.
Moving on. Coffee or tea? Coffee or tea? Coffee, nigga. Tea, nigga. Coffee.
Shit.
I drink tea. I never had coffee in my life.
Never had coffee.
Holy smokes.
Never had coffee either.
Holy
I don't need
smokes.
to
I've
be
never had
amped
coffee.
up.
Wow.
I'm cool.
When I said never had coffee, I've tasted it and said, nah, I don't like it. So
I've never had
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah, you ain't never had coffee.
Yeah, I don't like
and
it.
that's I kind of like them both. It
are
depends
you one
on
of them? I gotta have my morning mud type people.
No.
Because there's people like that.
Yeah, my wife's one of them.
Gotta have the morning mud.
Gotta have it. Got to have it.
Some niggas can't function without their coffee.
I don't need it like that.
And they got a
um,
specific place. You got the Wawa, you got the Wawa gang. You got
Starbucks,
the
gang.
Starbucks cartel. You got the Dunkin' Donuts syndicate.
I'm more of a Dunkin' Donuts man
I've
myself.
never had coffee ever. Like once you tell me what it's for, why I need to drink that? You know,
I just didn't like the taste of it. I was like, that's
I
not
don't need to
good.
taste it. If motherfuckers tell me what it's for, oh man, coffee boosts you up.
It don't even do that though. It
I'm
don't
cool.
even do. I mean, I ain't gonna say it don't do that. It don't do that to
It's
me.
more like a placebo sort of thing.
Well,
Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
I,
Tomfoolery and shenanigans.
I have always had a high intake of sugar, so that's the only way I can take my coffee: extra cream, extra sugar. So it don't do anything to me. That regular shit don't do to me. But I drink sugary shit all the time. You know, so it don't really do nothing to me about hyping me up or nothing like that. I don't get much hyper than this off of nothing except me. You know what I'm saying? I can get me hyper than coffee or anything else can. I can get me that much more hyper. It's never did that to me.
Did it. All right, moving on.
Yeah, I'm a tea guy.
Moving on.
Never had coffee in my life.
The power slap. You watch that shit? Power slap.
Yeah,
That Dana White shit and really smacking the shit out of each other.
Smack league.
Yo, they got niggas like waiting to catch niggas when they get smacked. Dana White been capitalized off of smacking each other, yo.
Yo, I used to see this shit and I was like, damn, this shit is wild. You know what I'm saying? And
he made a whole competition out of it, though.
the one thing I always kind of knew was I was like, oh, I can see this being a league or you know, some type of, because I first seen it, I just saw it in people's like backyard or basement or something.
Listen, when I seen the slippery step competition on ESPN, anything could be a league to me. Man.
Oh, we talked about that though, because there's some remember the various leagues and shit we talked about.
Remember the tag championships?
I'm saying tag, but listen, dog.
It was at the yo-yo championship. There's a lot of shit out there.
Yeah.
Man.
But the slippery step championships, dog.
Yeah, I've never ever seen those.
How do you?
What is that about? Like what the guy?
They had it on the ESPN, the Ocho, when they was doing all them crazy games that every time they do the crazy game. No,
Ocho.
You running up slippery steps.
Yeah.
Like they got ice or whatever on them. You run it, you got to grab the flag.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. I might slip.
Yeah.
And hit my shin.
You're going to slip.
Yeah, you're going to slip. Yeah, you're going to slip.
Three-step
It's a big ass joint, but I'm like, yo, that shit ain't fair. Just like hockey ain't fair. Nah, just like hockey ain't fair. Just like swimming ain't fair.
Why you say it's not
Expound.
fair?
Because to me, if everyone doesn't have an opportunity to get in to play that sport or get involved, it's not fair.
You know what?
You came up with a slippery step game on your own and made it a competition, and ESP picked it up. No one else knew about a slippery step game.
Right.
We got to be in the know.
But it was like if I knew about the slippery step game, I may have been way better than these.
Maybe I could have started a team and we practiced this.
You still can.
Now I can. But what I'm saying is when it comes
slippery step,
and then with hockey, y'all know the inner city, not even the inner city. You know what I'm saying? Like no team in Delaware got a hockey team. No high school in Delaware got a hockey team.
Yeah.
So that right there is not fair because you know what I mean, I ain't trying to take long or break it, you know what I mean? But that affects scholarships. Swimming affects scholarships. It's only 2 pools in Delaware high schools.
I'll bring it even closer to us. Baseball. You can't find 9 motherfuckers who got baseball gloves.
Nah, but I'm not saying that because you can get to high school and play baseball and then get on a club or something. When you know what I'm saying? Swimming, you don't even have an opportunity in high school. Some high schools don't even got swim team because they don't got no pool.
It's funny, and you read about that.
Hockey is out of the picture altogether.
I used to work at the buffet, and they had a swim team come in from, I can't remember where they came from. I don't know, about 100 little kids in between the ages of 5 and 12. Now, nary one of them was black. And I'm like, where the fuck is this swimming pool at where y'all have a swim club? And it was somewhere, I mean, it wasn't like it was down Odessa or nothing like that. It was around here somewhere. We don't know about the motherfucker. These motherfuckers got a whole swim program.
I'm not even basing it on race, though. I'm not even basing it on race.
Well, that kind of has something to do with it, though.
A white person who wanted to swim in high school, or they couldn't swim. You have to go join a club.
True. That's what I'm saying. That's
other
exactly
school,
we don't even have swim
other
clubs
places got high school hockey teams.
Yeah. We don't even have an ice rink.
Unless you going to UD.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you did.
You got to pay that.
We was one of the only high schools that had a pool.
Yeah. No swim team.
And you know how many times I've seen Glasgow pool?
I've never seen it.
Once.
I've never seen the pool.
Once. I've been in that school for 4 years, and I seen the pool once.
I can
heard
swim
about it.
I can swim.
I heard about it.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I heard about it.
That's what I'm saying. We like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Track. Indoor track. No school in Delaware has an indoor track field.
Nah. You gotta keep going down UD every week.
And UD don't even take them no more. Don't even let them go no more. They gotta go to Philly.
Ain't no more indoor track then.
All right. Facilities and opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Interesting. What's the best acting performance by athlete in a movie?
An athlete?
Best acting performance by athlete in a movie.
Off the top, would come to me off the top. I would say Jesus.
That was
Jesus
the
probably
king
one.
of the top.
I like
But-
Ant-Man and
Hidden
Hidden
Gems.
yeah, not Hidden Gems. It's the
the
other shit.
The most recent one.
Yeah. I like Ant-Man and
Kermit.
I like Ant-Man in that.
I
like,
think Hidden Gems, but shit, Kevin Garnett and Hidden Gems.
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Garnett and Hidden Gems,
Who else, man?
Shit. You say that like that, man.
Kyrie, nigga.
Yo, hold on.
Uncle Drew, man. I love Uncle Drew,
What the
nigga.
fuck I'm talking about?
Oh, here we
I
go.
must be out of my motherfucking mind.
Just to say Pittsburgh.
Whoa, hey! Have you heard? It's the fish to say Pittsburgh. Whoa. Dr. J, Moses Guthrie. Hold up, man. Now, I'm not going to lie, man. And another one comes to my mind, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Airplane. But Dr. J, as far as I know, he was the first basketball player to have a full-length movie that I'm acting in, motherfucker. I'm not even an actor. I just dunk on motherfuckers. Yo, and the movie was star-studded. Star-studded.
I
Like,
like
the
Uncle
fuck?
Drew. I like Uncle Drew. That's my shit.
I fuck with Uncle Drew too. I fuck with Uncle Drew my goddamn self. I do. I ain't gonna say it's better than Fisher Say Pittsburgh. But
I ain't gonna say that neither. I ain't gonna say
goddamn,
that's my
Uncle
movie
Drew
too.
is my
Fisher Say
shit, though.
Pittsburgh, but Uncle Drew is my shit. Nigga. She get in my vein. Come on, get in the vein.
Ooh. Shaq Blue Chips.
Penny Blue Chip.
Yeah, I was going to say, which
Penny
one was
Blue
better,
Chip.
though? Penny better than Shaq? And
I'll
Blue
take
Chips?
Penny better than
I
Shaq
thought
and
Penny
Blue
first.
Chips.
I thought Penny first. I was like,
Penny was bad. Penny did the better acting
Yeah.
than Blue Chips.
Song was just a good ass movie.
Yeah, but I think Penny, you know what I'm saying? He was more acting. Shaq was just
Shaq was being
Shaq
Shaq
was
was
like
Shaq.
a big athlete, you know, type.
in college.
Penny was doing more acting, more dialogue, more, you know what I mean? I like, yeah. But I had to go with probably Dr. J. Cause the fish that say Pittsburgh was my shit.
I got one for you. He just had a small cameo, but it was based on a true motherfucker too. My man Marquise Johnson, and White Man Can't Jump. And yo, that shit have fucked me up, man. He was like, that shit is not even. That's actually based on a real motherfucker.
Yeah, they said that motherfucker was hard.
The-
They said that motherfucker had game though.
Yeah, they said the motherfucker was.
Yeah.
He should have went to the league.
They said that
Whoever he
motherfucker
was,
had game.
They said it. Matter of fact, no, he did go to the
Homie
league.
was
He
in
did
the
go.
league.
He went to the ABA. He
Homie
went to
was
the.
in the league.
He went to the
He was in
ABA.
the league. Nah, he was in the league. Hold on, what was my man name?
It's something, but
What
yo.
was his name?
He was in the league.
Well, yeah, he was in the league, but they say he actually did that shit. He'd come in there.
Sick.
He would be out there fucking up.
He
He come in.
on the road game and he had the bitches.
Oh yeah. He hung the bitch out the window. Like some bitch trying to steal from me. Yeah. The fuck is his name, man?
Bitches on the road trips, nigga.
Oh man, fuck is his name, man? Yeah.
He was hella
He said he
real.
flew. He said he flew the bitches out.
Yeah, he was a real deal.
Said
What was his name?
Said he put the
man?
gun in the coach's face, like, yo, why I ain't playing?
They put on the table.
Yeah, put the gun on the
They
table.
put
Hey,
on
yo,
the table.
my man, why
So
I
I
ain't
know
playing?
what. I know what. I better play that second half.
Hold on, I'm great. Because this
fuck
is
is
this.
this man's
I
name?
forgot what I read up on that shit. That motherfucker
Is it
is
something Bishop?
Nah. What the fuck is his name, man? Hold on.
Oh man, that shit is crazy. That's based on a real motherfucker. Said he's 6'8". You the only 6'8" motherfucker in the neighborhood. We all know who you are. Harold.
What the fuck was his name, man? It said the nigga was nice. He was giving out work.
Nice, yeah.
Wilt and everybody. He was giving out work.
They said in the game against Wilt or somebody, he put up like some crazy numbers.
So he had like 20 boards.
Yeah. That's hard to do against Wilt. If you played against Wilt, you had 20 boards, Wilt had all the other boards. Nobody else got a rebound. Nobody else got a motherfucking rebound. If you had 20, Wilt had 50. Nobody else got a rebound. This it was a long
Reggie Harding.
Yeah.
Reggie Harding. 6'11" with a handle in the shot. A lot of stories about Reggie Harding out there. Reggie Harding was a menace, but he was nice with that pill. He was a menace, though.
Ain't they all?
He was a menace.
Ain't they all?
Straight menace.
Ain't they all?
Shout out to the Iceman boy. He turned me on to back in the days. Lloyd Sweet Pea Daniels.
Mm-hmm. Sweet Pea, nigga.
Yeah, Reggie Harding. Read up on Reggie Harding, man. It's
he was a real one.
He was a real one. Ridiculous stories about Reggie Harding, man. So moving on, man. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this thing here. So we watching, man. You guys watch anybody? Anything new? Watch anything new, man?
I watched the Rusty Gill. I finished the season. The fourth. Was that the fourth season? I think the fourth season.
I think it's the fourth.
I watched that.
The fourth.
Kind of interesting. It definitely got interesting.
All right. Well, don't say nothing.
Might
be the first time I say don't say nothing. Because normally you can't spoil nothing for me, but with that, it's a little different.
What else I'm watching? Oh, I started
watching. I want to watch Luther.
I went back. I started watching How to Get Away with Murder. Because I never watched it when it came out.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
I know I was having watch parties for that.
I went back and started watching that and shit.
Yeah,
you know
my
what I'm
sister-in-law
saying?
was having like watch parties for that.
That shit good.
Yo, that shit
you know
is pretty damn good, man.
I went back and watched that shit.
What's the Olivia Pope shit?
I ain't watching.
How to Get Away with
Yeah, it was having watch parties for them.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I never seen an episode of that. Never seen an episode of that, but I seen a lot of that How to Get Away with Murder shit. I seen a lot of that shit.
Yeah, but I went back to that. What else I'm watching? What else, man? What else? I just watched the motherfucking you need to check that shit out too. The about the Malaysian plane went missing. MH370. Check that shit out on Netflix.
Yo, I gotta check that out because I have my own thing. I swear.
Check that shit out on Netflix. That shit crazy.
I swear, I think that plane was hijacked and that was one of the best gangster jobs ever because nobody knows what's going on.
They bring that up. They bring that up as one of the.
I gotta watch that, man.
The theories, you know what I mean?
That, man.
But that motherfucker vanished.
Whole plane.
That motherfucker gone.
I just don't believe it.
MH370. Yeah, it's 370. Yeah, 370. It's 370. That shit. Yeah, that's all I'm you know what I mean? I was locked in on them, you know.
Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. International passenger flight operated by Malaysian Airlines. It disappeared on March 8th. On 8th of March 2014 while flying from Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia to its planned destination, Beijing Capital International Airport. And whole plane disappeared.
Yeah,
check that out. Is it a series or is it just a?
It's three episode series. It's short 3 episodes, but they get into like the meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Like it lets you know like how what the flight did, what they can verify the flight. You know what I'm saying? Because it was crossing other radars, other country radar, you know what I'm saying? Other airspace and shit. That shit crazy though, but that motherfucker disappeared.
What else you watching? Watching anything new? What else? Watching anything new fresh?
What you watching fresh? What you watching, man? Wu-Tang back on? I ain't even know Wu was back on.
Wu-Tang.
Watch the whole thing or you just watch a couple episodes?
Nah.
The whole series
it's not very many things I've watched all the episodes of. Wu-Tang and the American Saga, I've watched all the episodes on. I am clearly up to date on that.
Okay.
Dog Pound, yo.
I ain't know it was back on yet.
I didn't know it either, and I was sorry at myself a couple of weeks ago. My wife was like, "It's back on." I'm like, "What?" So I caught Smooth back up on all that. Well, we both watch it.
Power back on too.
Power on?
Book 3. Yeah, I meant the Tariq shit. Book 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that shit came on. That's only like one episode.
Yeah, okay. I'm good. I'm gonna wait till
I ain't
I'll wait
see
till a
it,
couple
but
episodes.
I did peep it. It came through my.
I'm wait for a couple episodes to build, so I can go. I like a short binge.
Sure,
not just one.
3 to 4.
Not
to
not
4.
just one. Right.
You know what I mean? A little block of time. Bang, 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 bang. Sometimes you watch one episode, man, it don't satiate the appetite.
These days, you leave you thirsty one episode. They're like, "Yo, what is this, man? They ain't got no more. What is this?"
Yeah.
I got weight. No,
Plus the way that they do it now is like one episode at a time. Whereas with the streaming services, it used to always be they drop the whole thing on you, man. Here you go, smorgasbord, and you go ham. Now it's one at a time, and I'm like, nah, I can't.
Well, that's actually the smarter way to do it, man. Can you wait a week? You know what I'm saying? Can you wait a week? Because if I give you the whole thing and then you binge it,
it ain't about waiting a week. It ain't about waiting a week. With so much content, you might forget. You might start watching something else. Might watch something else in that week in 7 days. Shit, with so much shows and content coming out, man. What?
That's a lot of streaming out there.
Yeah, like you might forget about it.
That's a lot of streaming out there.
Yeah, I guess. And that's what I'm saying. I don't even try to keep up, man. I can't. So I'll be like, look, some shit that I know I like, I'm tuning in for, and then some shit that my brothers and sisters, recommended me, I tune into that. But other than that, man, it's too much shit trying to keep up with shit. I remember when I was young, I always thought, man, I'll never be not cool and not in this circle. Man, shit, I don't know shit.
It's a lot, man.
Shit.
It's a lot.
Rappers, movies, all I don't know none of these motherfuckers, man.
It's a lot to watch, bro. It's a lot of shit out there, man. You got Disney streaming services. What you watching?
Sis. What you watching?
I'm watching Mindhunter on Netflix.
Mindhunter.
Yeah, so Mindhunter on Netflix is about like a few detectives that started like a special detective unit that specialized into personalizing serial killers. So what they did was they went to a bunch of prisons all over the U.S. and they interviewed notorious serial killers to try to put together a profile to help them profile like serial killers. Remember, we was watching that.
What?
The profile. Remember, we was watching Mindhunter.
What's it?
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Mindhunter, yeah.
I did see that. I did see that.
Back in the 1970s. That's the original. They only got three seasons, but like a few episodes.
They do all the big cases.
Yeah.
Son of Sam and all them other crazy.
They go to
Egging.
They go to. It's like they go to Atlanta and fuck with the Atlanta. You remember the Atlanta child murder?
Child murders. Son of Sam, Ted Bundy, shit like that.
Yes, Ted Bundy, Son of Sam, all of them. They interview all of them. And then I'm also watching Dirty Money. So Dirty Money is a Netflix series that specializes in like how all the ways the American government, corporations, the riches, and all of other folks was able to steal or cut corners to get money from like the U.S. government. It goes from like the Volkswagen heist, when the Volkswagen were making cars that weren't passing like the carbon oxide.
They talked about Enron.
To the fucking maple syrup heist.
Yes,
like,
yes.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. And it's like a few.
Was the McDonald's joint in there?
Yes.
Yes.
McDonald's was
yes.
in there, but they also had a whole.
The McDonald's Monopoly joint.
Related to McDonald's.
They got a whole John on the McDonald's Monopoly John.
They made a whole nother separate series to McDonald's on how they was like, we're going to personalize this, do this, and add that to make this amount of money to go back and forth and stuff like that.
Yo,
government is filthy, man.
Like, it's so much shit to watch. It's a lot of good shit. What you watching, Coach?
I ain't even seen
I caught back. I saw that. I caught back up on we talked about that though.
I just said I ain't see it.
I caught back up on BMF. What else did I catch back on? See, right now, it's high time for reality TV right now, man. So I'm watched a lot of reality TV with the wife. You know what I mean?
Are you watching Krishan and Blueface?
Nah. Ready to Love.
What's
Ready to Love?
Ready to Love. It's on Oprah Winfrey joint, man. It's like a black dating show with like black people. It's all right.
Yeah.
And
I've heard of that.
Love and Marriage in Huntsville and shit like that in DC.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then now my season is back with my wrestling shit with my WWE Legends and Rivals. The back-to-back show, they had my man Jake the Snake on there a couple weeks ago. They had the NWA, NWO a couple weeks before that. So that season is on right now. I'm about to dive into the Mandalorian and
Yo,
not to cut anybody off, but you talk about wrestling, Young Rock. Proceed.
Yeah, Young Rock is.
I've
Young
never
Rock is tough.
ever seen anything Star Wars. Ever.
Now that's not.
Never, ever in my life.
I have seen.
I'm sorry, what?
That or Star Trek.
Now Star Trek I can dig because I've watched Star Trek, but I can't say I'm a Trekkie.
Never, ever in
So
my life.
So you haven't seen any Star Trek movies or Star Wars movies? None of them. Not even Return of the Jedi. Never. Wow. But you know what the fuck Darth Vader is, though.
Yeah.
Right? You know what the
I know Luke Skywalker.
You know a lightsaber. You know what they are.
Yup.
Okay. All right. That's all that matters.
Yup, I do.
That's crazy.
Yo, but I've never
Because
like,
you either one
watched
or
the
the
fucking
other.
Star
If you
Wars
into the
movie.
thing, you're either a Trekkie or you a Trekkie or you a Star Force person. I mean Star Wars.
Like
person.
I've never, you know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
crazy.
into them because I'm saying I know about them, you know what I'm saying? But I never watched.
I dropped
them.
off though. I dropped
You know
off
what I'm saying?
after Return of the Jedi. They dropped them 3 bullshit ass prequels.
And then like back in the day,
they
like
came back hard though.
my brothers was into them. You know what I'm saying? They used to steal the little figures for me, the stormtroopers and shit. Darth Vader, Luke
Actually, I've never seen a Star
Skywalker. You know what I
Wars
mean?
movie.
I played
Wow.
with them. Play with the shit.
That's not that far fetched because I mean I've seen a Star Wars movie. I think it was. You got. I guess it's the Empire Strikes Back.
Only reason I say that is because I know when we was kids, like, well, I guess not to you. That was some cool shit to me.
This is what I say. When we was kids, what I do know about Star Wars is it took years for that to come out on videotape, and they wasn't playing it on TV like that. So if you didn't go to the movies and catch it whenever they put it out, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't watching Star Wars like that until until Empire Strikes Back came out. You know, 3, 4 years. Right. You know what I'm saying? HBO
HBO flying through the city, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's a classic episode. And being
classic.
Had the push button. Had the push button remote. Don't remember that? Where you had to click it from 1, 2, first level, 3 level joint.
It's long. You hit that moment.
Browler's Cable Vision.
There you go.
Browler's Cable Vision. The top row was 1 through 13. You push it down. 14 through 20, whatever. Then the next one is 20 something through 30 something.
Yeah, right.
That was
the console was brown
nostalgia.
Brown and black. Wood grain.
Oh,
paneling.
Shit, that's the only time I would see Star Wars.
It looked like a little tablet. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes.
It looked like a little tablet
With 13 buttons on it and a clicker on the side that went down
until I got probably like 12 years old, I only went to the movies 3 times in my life with my mom. It was movies that she wanted to see though.
We had a drive-in movie theater in
Yeah,
Virginia.
we had a drive. Now we had a drive-in up
When I was
here,
a young
but
buck.
it was.
So I saw a lot of movies.
It was movies.
That's my first movie experience. Driving.
But is it because you wanted to see the movie, or your peoples took you to see?
I don't even remember.
Well, to be fair, Star Wars was big for old, young. It was just from what I hear of when Star Wars came out. They came out in '77. It was so big. They was like rerunning it for like 2 or 3 years later
listen,
in the box office. You feel
Even
what I'm saying?
if I wanted to see Star Wars at the movie, my mom wasn't ticket. Like, nah, she want to see something she want to see.
Right, we gonna go see.
We going to movie. We gonna see what I want to see.
Yeah, she took me to 3 movies.
We ain't gonna go see no kid shit.
But the first movie I ever been to in my life, I was 7 years old with Scarface. My mom took me. She wanted to see Scarface. So me and her went and see Scarface. The next movie I seen,
what a first movie.
Man, the next movie I seen was Breaking.
What a first movie.
Your mom breakdancing fan, huh?
Music, my mom into music. And the next movie after that I seen at the movies was Crush Groove.
Yeah, that's consistent. That
and then
consistent.
When I got 12, I could I pick my own movie, or it wouldn't even go to the movies. You got HBO and all that shit now, so I'm watching whatever the feature presentation.
Right.
I'm staying up late watching Porky's and all that good shit.
Animal House.
You know what I mean? All the Sweet 16s.
Yeah, all of that.
You know what I mean? All the Breakfast Clubs.
I'm Gilbert Gottfried, and we're here, and we're with Porky, and they're down at the club, and they're gonna get kicked out. Let's go to the clip.
That's what it was. Shit. That's why I be telling my kids, like, man, we grew up on white people shit.
Yeah. If you had a TV, they were showing white people.
Yeah, like,
that's one of my favorites,
like,
man.
We grew up on white people shit, white people music.
MTV.
You know what I'm saying?
MTV.
Yeah, white people music.
Man. That's why I'm a big proponent. I'm a big fan of 80s pop music.
Yeah, what?
We built this city.
You can't start the fire.
What?
It was always burning.
Since the
That
world's
shit was
returned.
jumping.
Yeah, that's my shit.
That shit banging.
Don't like it.
That shit banging.
the jungle. You out of that was our shit.
Like,
I wanna watch you bleed.
Our house.
In the middle of the street. Our house.
Come on, man.
Fuck the
on,
cash
man.
ball. Fuck the cash ball. I don't like it.
He don't like. Come on, man.
And I'm hungry like the
What's the
wolf.
joint they said now when you getting Rick rolled? What was that song? Damn, what the fuck was it?
Like, that's what I be telling my kids. They be laughing. I be like, man, listen.
Hope, man,
I
nah.
grew up on that, man.
The song I always think of is "We built this city."
We grew up on
I'm
that
like
shit,
that. If you was
man.
watching TV and listening to music, that was shit you gonna hear and be, damn. Yeah, not only did I hear this shit a lot, now I like this shit.
I liked it.
Damn, man, I liked it.
Oh,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
A lot.
I gravitated to what sounded. It was a lot, but I ain't gravitated to all of it because it wasn't. Man,
Billy Joel,
this is what I like.
Bruce Springsteen.
She's an uptown girl, and she's living in downtown world.
MTV was a staple, man. Until we finally
listen.
got our shit, man.
She's a man. Look,
Listen,
Madonna shit, all of that shit, man.
But let's moving on.
mm-hmm.
I was thinking the other day, talking to my son and shit, and in today's society and how things are now, I was thinking to myself, I was like, as a people and how this economy is and how the country is structured, what do you think is better for black people, man, or as a young black man, to learn a trade or pursue his degree?
Man, when you said when I came up in the undercard, I said, man, I said, you dug in the crates on that one, because that's, to me, this is one of those things where I say it depends, it's relative, you know, because I'm a big advocate for both, and I am a big opponent of both. Probably more of an opponent of school, but I'm a big advocate for school in the right way, but I'm like a trade. I tell you right now, I'll be like, look, go get you a trade, son. You young, go ahead, just put the feather in your cap. But all trades ain't the same either. You know what I'm saying? We got a trade that's been basically phased out. You feel what I'm saying? Like graphic artists. Ain't nobody read no fucking newspapers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we can do that. Who the fuck is hiring to run a printing press? So that one right there, I said, damn, I had to think, I had to do a little research on it and everything, man. Well, how you feeling, nice man?
That's why I said it depends. It really depends on who you are and what you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing the kids got to figure out in high school. what you want to, what you striving to be, and what you want to do. And one thing I do say about for the kids, like if you like you say get a trade, I would say if you thinking about getting a trade, go to a junior college. Don't commit to a 4-year college. Go to a junior college and learn the business aspects of that trade. You know what I'm saying? And then because you can still, you know what I mean, you still young enough to go ahead and get the trade, you know what I'm saying? But if you know the business aspects, because that's what I'm saying, that going out and getting a trade, you know what I mean, being a high school kid coming out of, you know what I mean, deciding to get a trade, you go get a trade. You're really a worker until they work you to death. You know what I'm saying? So I prefer if you, because, you know what I mean, most high school kids coming out of high school not going to have a business plan to get the trade and then and then start a business. So that's why I say go to college, maybe JUCO. You know what I mean? A junior college. You know what I mean? Del Tech somewhere, Wilmington College, and just take some business classes. And still, you can still start your, you know what I mean, start a trade, but it depends on what you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's a couple factors that play into this. Number one, location, because in certain areas, I think the trade is probably more beneficial and could come in more handy than a degree. But then in certain areas, I think it's vice versa. And the other thing I think plays a factor is I think I prefer the trade better from a financial standpoint. Leaves you less debt. It's a more feasible financial situation, and a bigger. I think it provides a bigger and quicker, quick real time turnaround because of your service jobs. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Everybody needs everybody needs stuff built. Everybody needs stuff fixed. With all the technological advances and things of that nature, man, you build more robots. Everybody needs shit fixed, and everybody needs shit built. So with your trades, couple things, one other things for certain, everybody want to eat. The culinary arts is always, going to be come in handy. I think it's an opportunity for us as an African American culture, the ability to turn that trade into an entrepreneurial opportunity for us, because I think that's really our path to.
But that's why I said if go to a 2-year joint, a Del Tech, because in them cases, once you start, just by you being in the trade don't mean you know how to run a business or start your own. A motherfucker can work you to death to where as though you don't like that shit no more and you have nothing else to fall back on. Instead of, I don't want to do this shit no more. I got the business aspect to start something to hire you motherfuckers to do this shit because I don't want to do it no more. I understand the motherfucker coming out of high school and needing the means and the money and all that. You know what I'm saying? To live and do whatever they want to do. But I suggest you learn the business aspect. If you want to get into a trade, learn the business aspect of that trade. Because a motherfucker can make you hate what you're doing. If you just jump into some shit, just doing the work and not trying to, you know what I'm saying, leading up to entrepreneurship, where you can learn the business first and then do the trade. You know what I'm saying? It'll make it easier for you because now you know what's going on. You know what you can look for in a hire. So now you can step back and just hire people. All right, I got a business plan. I went to college for 1 or 2 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And now we can go and run. You know what I'm saying? That's all I think. You know what I mean? Because niggas can get stuck.
But a college degree to me is a great thing. It shows that it basically is the aptitude to be able to learn and process information in different aspects and be able to learn. That's really what the degree says. Mm-hmm. The trade is more of a focused skill-based skill set. You know what I mean? Like I said, and location plays a part in that. What's your thoughts?
I will also say both my brothers, y'all. I'm piggybacking.
If you could do it again, if you could do it all over again.
Well, here's what I want to say. A lot of times, like you said, your area, your location, and one thing I want to hit on, excuse me, is the difference between a trade and school. I would say a lot of people who you're going to learn if you go to a trade school or go to a junior college or something like that, and you learn what it is, heating and air or paralegal, something like that. You would learn essentially the same thing at a university. It's only, like you said, it's a more focused thing. What I would say as what would be a big pro as to going to school is what a lot of people take advantage of is relationships when you go to a university.
Right.
Is the relationships, the connections. I say that's the number one thing that you gain by going to a university. It's not necessarily the degree. The degree don't mean nothing because if you don't know this legacy over here in this field you're trying to get into with this trade, these people will shut you out. You feel what I'm saying? If you went to school with these people and you're trying to get into this trade, you may not even have to get certified in that field. That's my homie. He gonna put me D in that field because it's a relationship. If you don't get a relationship, if you don't get something out of the relationship going to a university, I feel like you're missing a significant piece of going to school. And that's why I say you go to school, make some motherfucking connections, make some motherfucking relationships with people, because that will take you much further in life than going to trade and all that kind of stuff. You could just be a homie to Zuckerberg. Dog, I've been his assistant for 30 years now, 20 years now. I'm just his man's. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, we dropped out together. And I'm just his man. No, I'm not Meta or I'm not Facebook. Who the fuck you think help him run this shit? So the relationship part, I'm like, yo, please make some relationships. Please go there and take advantage of that because that's what people go. That's what these people are, or that's what these rich ass people.
The clubhouse.
They say, oh no,
the clubhouse.
I'm already a millionaire or whatever, and I can make my children's life so much better than if I just gave them the money or I just put them on a path. But no, I will criminally spend $500,000 for you to go to USC
to be credentialed.
We already fucking rich
to be credentialed.
No, to get close to the people who go to USC.
Make your own connections and make us more connections.
You don't even have to graduate.
You can make connections for us that we can't get. You know what I'm saying? That we might not even know, but you might meet their kid.
We just spent $500,000.
Yeah, you
trying to get you in this fucking circle. You better go meet some people. And that's you like, damn, the degree, that's secondary. You come back home, you're going to fall on a big ass cushion. We rich. Mom, an actress. You know what I'm saying? Been an actress for years. Pop run Massimo. You know what I'm saying? Hold the line. They got money. They got fucking money. You could just gave her the fucking money and not go to school. What the fuck you want to do, daughter? Oh, I want to do this. Okay, you could just gave her the $500,000. No.
$1 million.
No, right? Like, no.
It was the twins.
No, it's like we're gonna. That's what I said. Well,
it was the twins.
Well,
nigga,
saying,
that's what I said.
The million to my man Rick Singer. You feel what I'm saying? Like you could just gain it $1 million. Go start your business, but it'd be much more fruitful for me to invest this $1 million to put you amongst these people who can take you so much further. Fuck that degree. You're around the people who make him shake and bake. That's how it go. And we rich. We rich. We fucking rich.
Very rich.
Very rich. Respected. Can get money. Homegirl was like, seriously, I think she was running like Lifetime Network. You feel what I'm saying? She was in every other movie, and I ain't trying to say nothing bad about her in that aspect. Like, yo, she was in all the Hallmark or Lifetime movies. It was like she was
on Full House, nigga.
Aside from being on Full House, aside from her being America's sweetheart at one time.
Yeah, shit. With Bob Saget, nigga.
Take this $1 million Because these people
Tell them you row. You're on the rowing team.
on the rowing team.
Credential.
Rowing, you can't get that at no trade school.
That's the
You
shit
can't
I'm
get that at
talking
no
about.
trade school.
But like I said,
That's the shit I'm talking about.
But
You ever went to a school and know they got a rowing team? High school?
nah.
They got rowing
They
teams
did.
out there.
They did. they're the only few people that can take advantage of that motherfucker.
They went to a high school with a rowing team.
Like we got all 57 sports in this motherfucker. Pickleball, tag,
Olympic sports and everything.
What you mean? Everything Olympic size, official size, everything in here. What you mean? We got better facilities than professionals.
Parents donating motherfucking Olympic size pools.
You know what was funny? A guy in our culture, Dr. Dre Young. I'm not mad at this man for being a billionaire, but he said, man, people should be having legacies and all of that and this and that. They should have their kids do it on their own. And I'm not a person. I'm like, nah, I'm with nepotism. He turned around and dropped what, 70 mil or 100 mil on the Andre Young music, John. What the fuck did you just do, dog? You know how motherfucking serious this shit is too.
You pay for somebody's future.
You pay for your family forever. Period. At USC,
Yeah, if they want
forever.
to go there.
Period.
If they definitely
You
want
pay
to go
somebody's
there.
way.
That's my great-great-grandpop up there on the ones and twos.
Definitely, if they want to go and see a legacy, what they say
You
a
mean?
legacy.
A legacy.
Yeah,
He
they don't
ain't even go there.
Yeah, legacy admit.
He ain't even go there.
Motherfucker, legacy admit.
Moving on. So, any of y'all familiar with Tucker Carlson?
Yeah,
Vaguely.
big head white boy.
Yeah.
Fox News
He
host.
definitely got
You know,
juggy.
Fox
Yeah,
is extremely
big head.
controversial
He
in
definitely
terms
got
of
a
their very
juggy.
conservative. Their extremely conservative stance on things. Well, recently, Tucker Carlson, some of his texts were exposed, and him in a group text. And what's going on here is that Fox News is coming under fire because a lot of the views in those group texts are extremely contrary to some of the views that they have reported about and they have supported. So ultimately, court filings attached to the $1.6 billion Dominion voting systems defamation suit accused Fox News of allowing its stars to broadcast false accusations about rigged voting machines in the 2020 presidential election. The documents contain numerous emails detailing the private views and concerns of senior Fox management and its stars, which often seemed at odds with what they were publicly broadcasting to their audience. While anchors Lou Dobbs, Maria Bertiromo have been singled out for pushing false claims of a fraudulent election, the fallout has landed primarily on Carlson. In group chats obtained by Dominion, the network's biggest names, including Carlson, Laura Ingraham, and Sean Hannity, appeared to doubt claims of election fraud that were featured prominently on the network. At the same time, Fox's owner Rupert Murdoch said in a court deposition that anyone who knowingly allowed lies to be broadcast should be reprimanded, maybe got rid of. So, ultimately, in these texts contain Tucker Carlson's true feelings about one Donald Trump. Although publicly supporting him, his true feelings about Donald Trump in terms of, you know, things like he's tired of him and he can't wait till this shit's over with. People's text is something else, man. But ultimately, I think that's Fox News has come under fire a lot for their extreme conservative view, and to find out that even the motherfuckers broadcasting that shit don't even feel that way.
Yo, one thing I can say about Republicans in general and all that, man. At the end of the day, man, them motherfuckers is really some gangsters. You know what I'm saying? They really just do what the fuck they want to do. say what the fuck they want to say for the money or for their whatever their motive is, whatever their motivation is, whatever their end game is personally, particularly. I swear to you, man. I mean, because one thing everybody over at Fox does is kind of like bloviates and all that kind of stuff and real big, but everybody over there gets paid.
But it lends more to that whole overarching thing of an agenda being pushed, because they blatantly lied about, you know, all of the voter fraud and all of that shit. And clearly, you know, the higher ups is basically saying, hey, man, this is the agenda. This is what we going with. Yeah. So you're watching this news broadcast and they're, you know, broadcasting this. And they're putting this out there because there's a segment of people that wholeheartedly 100% believe this. And to find out that even the individuals broadcasting this shit don't even believe it. It's scary because that's coming from higher up.
That's dangerous.
That's coming from higher up, man.
Rupert.
To report something that you don't care too much about, but because it's your job, you know, it just brings into question, man, the integrity of a news station that's just simply supposed to be impartial and report the news, or not necessarily not be 100% contradictory to what you claim to be.
When it comes to Fox, man, to me, Fox itself as a news entity, I think the person at the top, he may have his views, or the people at the top, they may have their views. But at the end of the day, I think they are just like a whole lot of other people, just like, there's a sect of people that believe this kind of shit that we allow to go on. You feel what I'm saying? So whether we believe it or not, if we can pay enough people enough money to say the shit to make us a whole bunch of money, why we even got to care what we think or whatever? You know what I'm saying? They saying the shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't talking about the people who really run the shit. Like that, you saying like they didn't agree with it. They're like, yo, you didn't have to say the shit, but they pay your check. They're like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll say the shit. So, so you ain't have to say the shit.
I mean, I think somebody like a Sean Hannity or a Tucker Carlson, they're so big to the point where this doesn't hurt them. I mean, it hurts more or less like a Donald Trump, because you ran your whole campaign based off of, you know, these sorts of claims that this news station backed.
Well, I mean, with that, don't.
And they still going to back it.
Exactly.
They're just going to put new reporters in there.
We've been living in America a long time. These people didn't get this way overnight. They're gonna believe what the fuck they want to believe. Period. Whether like you said, the faces change, the people out there still gonna believe what the fuck.
Fake news, though,
and they're gonna believe it. They took their jobs, you know, that kind of thing. You feel me? Shout out to South Park, you know what I'm saying? But it's that kind of thing. It's like, well, if you gonna believe it, I can't. The news ain't make you believe that shit. The news just confirmed and affirmed what you already was thinking. That's what you're like, oh yeah, these people think like me. No, they really don't. You just didn't have enough people saying it to make you loud and proud, walk around. We got Fox News, we conservative, Like they say, the people don't even believe what they saying, but it's enough money to be made off of y'all, I guess, rubes. You know what I'm saying? And y'all already believe the shit. We just here pumping a little bit more to y'all. Y'all, if we wasn't here, y'all wouldn't stop believing what y'all believe. You would find it somewhere else.
The next reporters they put in these chairs with the show.
It's 20 people waiting for Hannity and Tucker Carlson and Laura Ingram's jobs right now. The 5. Maria Barcelona. It's a line of them.
It's about the money.
It's people out there like, yeah, we like what y'all
Tucker
spitting.
Carlson, he couldn't wait. Bill O'Reilly got smacked. Let me get up in here. Shit, Bill O'Reilly got smacked.
Bill O'Reilly was the man talking all kind of shit to people, man. Like, yo, what the fuck? But Bill O'Reilly might have been the one. He might have been the one to start Rush Limbaugh. Oh my God, them motherfuckers. When it all started jumping off, these people was already believing what they was believing. These people made it to be mega millionaires and all that kind of shit because they was like, yo, we feed these people this shit. They like, yes, thank you. Somebody who thinks like me, like, yo, we can't give them enough. We can't give them enough. Yeah. If it ain't you, it's going to be somebody else. That's what I say, man. They never was the people who scared me.
You said fake news. Donald Trump was the one crying fake news, though. And it's coming from his side.
Consistently. And they backed that shit. Moving on. I just thought that shit was interesting, man. You know
it is.
I just thought that shit was interesting. I got a story for y'all. It has.
That come on them TVs.
So, a North Carolina pastor narrowly escaped death after his wife stopped doctors from prematurely harvesting his organs. Ryan Marlowe returned home to North Carolina last month after spending half a year in multiple hospitals and medical facilities. Doctors declared him brain dead in August and were ready to harvest his organs. But a timely wiggle of his toe prompted his wife to step in and demand more tests. 6 months later, Ryan Marlowe has returned home and is recovering by his family by his side. You know why they were going to harvest his organs? Organ donor status on the driver's license.
Yeah. I had to have a talk with my wife after I read the story. Proceed.
Do you care about being an organ donor?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
I'm saying I care. It's like a double-edged sword because I know I don't know how the rules go with the organ donor shit.
But that's the question I'm at. Like,
you know what I'm
did
saying?
they kind of like, oh yeah, organ donor?
You know what I'm saying?
Or was it just, or did they give an honest? You know, you hate to bring into question the integrity of, you know, the doctors, but did they do everything they could, or did they see organ donor status and was like, all right, well, you know,
I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't know what they was thinking on that shit. You know what I'm saying? On that, thinking that, hey, we got a quick fix. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this hasn't been over money though. He had been battling the illness and kept getting worse and worse and worse, and then went into a vegetative state, right? And his wife fought to keep him on a life support or whatever have you. And the doctors were telling her, "Hey, man, you know, it's over. It's over." And apparently, he had some kind of toe wiggle, and she caught it. And ultimately, they ran more tests or whatever have you, and he slowly began to progress. But you know, had she given in,
yo, this was one of those things I remember.
Double-edged sword though, because for that to happen, listen, you can wait forever for a wiggle, but you better have a lot of money. You better have a lot of money waiting for that wiggle.
Well, here's
because it's gonna cost you every day he in that hospital. It's gonna cost you. So
well, here, this is what I caught from the story. I caught this was like they had made all the plans, and she had one last conversation with her husband. She said, "Look, like he was in the vegetative state and all of that." She said, "Look, they're gonna cut everything off. They're gonna shut things down right now. If you have any fight in you, you have any life in you want to live, you better fight now." That wiggle came about, and truly, I remember I used to say it back in the days, and I used to say it like, you know, kind of funny, but I was like, yo, this is truly a triumph for the human spirit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, this is like, I'm in a vegetative state. All I can really do is hear motherfuckers. That's all I can really do. And from what I hear, came back walking. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? You like, dog, like, you get, like, I'm in death. I was dead.
Yeah, knocking on the door.
No, I was in the crib. Somebody said, wrong house. Yo, and to come back from what I hear, the man he's walking. From what he's doing different things. He can't swallow. He can't swallow. But I was like, yo, to be where you was at, fucked up and all that, and to think that your organs was dog. They was 3 seconds away from slicing.
So as an organ donor, he'd be left on life support until suitable matches could be found. It just so happens in this situation, his organ procurement procedure was set for 2 days later. Like he was a goner. She had already started working on funeral plans. They'd already pronounced him dead.
Yeah. This man has made it back. I was like, are those the now pictures? I'm like,
but
man.
I guess it's the question of how long do you hold on for?
Well, I would say that was as long as you need to hold on for, because they was like, look, however they held on, like, look, this is now everybody that made all the arrangements.
Man,
that was whatever that was.
I hate to say it, but like I was just saying, if you think, God forbid, someone you love is in that state, you gonna hold as long as you can afford it.
You can. As
long as you can afford it.
As long
because they're gonna charge you. You know what I'm saying? So you can hold, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. It ain't about, I don't really think it's about how long you can hold on. Because some people will hold on forever, but they don't got the money to hold on forever.
They don't got the capital.
Yeah, they don't got the capital to hold on forever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's fair. That's fair. But I mean, in this aspect, it wasn't like they was holding on for any lengthy, long time.
Do you think the doctors acted quick because of his organ donor status?
Nah, she still had to make that decision. She still had to make that decision.
But the doctors,
she had to give them the okay.
If the doctors are,
she had to give them the okay.
Right. But what I'm saying is, what I guess.
It wasn't like they like, yo, we just he a vegetarian. We ate vegetarian. We great.
But they've run that. Or put it this way: are the doctors going to go the extra mile for you when they see that designation? Or is it more or less? I'm gonna do the requisite amount of testing, and you know. In
this particular case, I think everybody had did everything that they were supposed to do.
This is truly a miracle.
That was a miracle and that was. It was like, look. I'm pretty sure this ain't the first time that she has said something to her husband. Like, yo, I know if you could get up, but I really need you now. Now, that might have been 2 weeks, 2 months. Now, he wasn't in there for, that many years, if I ain't mistaken, right?
No.
Right. So it wasn't that long anyway.
It was, of course, if I think about 6 months to a year or something like that.
So that's what it wasn't that long anyway. So it was like, yo, when it came to that point, if I've said some things up to 6 months, like, yo, really need you, you know what I'm saying? You ain't responded until this last time. Like, look, man, hey, it's Thursday mornings, just like we do on Thursday mornings. We come to have our talk, but we talking about this gonna be the last talk. If you got anything left in you, everybody's saying, we're gonna let you rest peacefully. Because also, like you said, the double-edged sword is that's not an existence that I know a lot of people want, to be there just hearing things and not being able to interact in and out for years and years and years. And you just can't see, like, look, man, just unplug the shit. I'm not saying anybody has said that, any particular person.
You gotta be concerned about the quality of life.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, quality of life, man. You don't want people... So
brain functions and the body.
This particular situation right here, I was like, that was enough time. Because
that's why I said I don't really. But you just say, like, I don't know how, they be preying on doctors and shit. Be preying on.
That's one thing I do not want to. I want my organs donated if they can be donated. I know my lungs probably be fucked up when I go. But if anybody can take something from me, take it from me. But I don't want that distinction, because I know because there's proof that they do move a little faster with minorities. when it comes to, are you an organ donor? Like, oh, cuz I just got scratched, man. Why you got my kidney? You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, you feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, ho.
Motherfuckers poking around and shit.
Right. And there's a whole lot of proof of that. And it's always disparaging, to blacks and browns, to organ donation, or even better, organ harvesting in some cases. Feel what I'm saying?
All right, moving on. So we had one of our beloved basketball players from the 90s go through a situation in the news. Sean Kemp.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back.
Sean
Use the bathroom.
Sean Kemp was arrested in a situation after a drive-by shooting in Tacoma. He was arrested and taken into custody after a shopping mall shooting, right? So more details have come about, and he has been released, since the shooting. He's not facing any charges. He was booked into Pierce County Jail. Ultimately, what they said had occurred, one of the drivers, he had some items stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Used an iPhone tracker to track his goods to a specific location.
Mm-hmm.
And when he showed up, one thing led to another, and shots were fired at him, and he returned fire. Right. So it almost reminds me of the OJ situation. I mean, I don't want to ever make OJ seem innocent in any situation, but OJ was going to retrieve his goods that night. Let's not forget that, though. The second night, not the infamous night, but the second night. OJ was going to retrieve his valuables. We might have
to speak on that night in Vegas with OJ.
Yeah, he was going to retrieve his valuables, man, and some individuals opened fire on Sean Kemp, man. OJ happened to brandish that iron. You know what I mean?
Now, I want to make one huge, colossal, mega, large distinction between Sean Kemp and this OJ situation. These were actually Sean Kemp's items, and at this time, these items were not OJ Simpson's. Technically. Oh,
well, it's retrieving memorabilia and items. Sean Kemp had his items, quote unquote, stolen, and he tracked them to a location. And
nah, he was there. They broke in the car while I was in the mall. At the mall. Mm-hmm. Seen them niggas roll by.
And they opened fire on him.
He opened fire on them.
The reports say they opened fire on him, and he returned fire, which is why he's not facing any charges, because they're looking at it as self-defense. They have video showing them opening fire on him first, and Sean Kemp returning fire, and what is being deemed as self-defense now because of what the video has shown.
Okay, SK.
So
I'm smoking on that GP right now. He sell that joint. He got the dispensary out Seattle.
That don't shock me.
Huh?
That don't shock me.
Sean Kemp got the dispensary out in Seattle. Got that GP popping. Oh, admitted me all the way to Delaware.
Wow. Hey, yo.
Shout out to Sean Kemp, man. Get your stuff back, bro.
Hey, yo, but that OJ, man, he wasn't going in there getting his shit.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta look into that, man. Another night in Vegas.
Right.
It was his shit.
It wasn't.
It was so. A motherfucker stole it from him and sold it to somebody else.
He was going to get that.
That was his shit. Motherfucker.
It was memorabilia.
Motherfucker stole it out the storage and sold it.
Hawked it.
So I don't give a fuck about that. Y'all brought it off some niggas and it's yours. Nah, it was stolen. Y'all brought
It was
all the
possessed.
memorabilia there wasn't
it was possessed illegally.
But some of the stolen shit was there. Some of the stolen shit was there too, nigga.
Right, and I mean, well, he was set up.
Like,
I mean, he was set up, but some of the
Yeah.
stuff there is like, nah, this is stuff that is ours, motherfucker.
Man,
Yeah, well, we got Nah, you can't be running here talking about you taking up not everything.
I did. I did time for it, but I did.
Yeah.
If with the setup, I'd have got away with it.
Shout out B Stewart.
Shit, I'd have walked up by here with my shit.
My USC jerseys and shit.
Man, give me my shit back, man. Y'all brought some
Nah,
shit.
man, that wasn't his shit.
Speaking of which,
that wasn't his shit.
Speaking of which, we talking about memorabilia. You know, Kareem sold all of his rings and trophies and awards and things of that nature. No, it wasn't. He was broke. He did. He sold it to a.
Kareem doing commercials and everything.
He sold it to a orphanage. It was something about them. He donated the money, the entire bill to orphanage or something like that. Built an orphanage or something like that.
I want to say it was somewhere anywhere between 2.3 and 2.8.
A lot of money, man.
Yeah, he donated it to. Yeah, he didn't take any of it. So
they was jokes though. But I have been seeing him in a lot of commercials. I ain't never seen Kareem in a commercial. I ain't seen this nigga in a commercial.
His rationale is that, I want him. They can't take him off the board. I don't have the physical accolade, but the accolade I still want.
And especially at this point in his life, man.
It was one of them sick commercials too.
Prevagen.
Yeah, it was one of them joints.
Sky Rizzy.
Had Kareem in that joint.
Yo, Sky
Kareem in that joint, man. I'm like, what?
Does your bladder hurt at night?
Oh, this thing got Kareem. You know the motherfucker. Says side effects, diarrhea, bleeding of the eyes, teeth fall out, and possibly faint.
Diarrhea, vomiting.
Yeah, like, what?
Whooping cough.
I seen one of them commercials with Kareem in it.
Whooping the rickets, pirates, swine flu.
Yeah.
Wow.
2017 vision.
Say contact your doctor if you have liver damage. Irregular immune system.
Does your heart not beat in the morning time?
If you experience rapid heartbeat and loss of breath, shortness of breath.
Does your toe tingle for 3 days straight? Then you might want to take Scalucin.
That's why I was some shit like that. I was down Dale State Saturday, right? My daughter had a competition, a science competition down there. So I'm reading this shit on the bullet to this shit. It got like grief counselor, the number, like something else, They like campus security number. The last shit said life threatening. You know what to do.
Wow.
Yo, I said Dale State crazy.
Oh shit.
Shit go back.
Yo. I felt that. What did he say? I felt that. Okay.
I said Dale State crazy. That shit say you know what to do.
You know what to do.
What?
Hey, Fresh, give us some ride music, man. Time for that sports shit, man. Give us some ride music, bro. Lots of NFL transactions. It is free agency season. Lots of off-season news. We don't have any physical football, but
Heineken.
But he wasn't he wasn't a guy.
Like a match.
Yeah, he put me on my team, but he we trying to win a whole bunch. Yeah, we trying to win a whole bunch. You're not playing a whole bunch.
He didn't buy he didn't buy
They were so nice over them. They so good against Tom Brady. What he did against Tom Brady, he's gonna be. I'm just saying that's not crazy NFL, man. If you can do this well against Tom Brady. He's a player. Man.
NFL free agency is upon us.
What y'all think about Lamar? Oh, how you think that's going?
I don't know, man. I literally have zero predictions or thoughts about Lamar. I'm just sitting back watching and seeing what's going to happen, man, because something big is going to happen. I don't know what, but something big is going
They
to
said
happen.
he turned down 3 years,
133
million guaranteed.
All
3 years. 3 years.
3 or 4 years. 3 years.
It was 3 years, 133 million guaranteed.
You got to question his agent.
He is his agent. Him and his mama.
Shit, 3 years, 133 million.
Yo, you know what's the funny shit though? You know what's so crazy about that shit? Yo, motherfuckers is literally saying like his mom not smart.
What? Like,
Yo, he need to go. Like, yo,
he need to go get
motherfuckers don't
representation.
know what she. You don't know what I'm. You know what I mean? Or maybe they do. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, but
Maybe
you saying like,
maybe they know Charlene ain't smart.
yeah, they gotta know.
Maybe
They,
know something
you know what I'm
we don't
saying?
know.
They gotta know because you can't be saying he needs to get this and that
Professional representation.
and this and that and this and you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we are implicating that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they are implicated. Yeah. But there's big news drop today.
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers has been traded to the New York Jets.
Oh,
You buying or selling that shit?
it's
I
happening.
buy
It's went down.
It's done.
I buy it.
You buy it.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
And he also came with a demand of players that he wants them to target in free agency. He came with a list of players that he wanted them to target.
Damn.
Reasons you buying it. Aaron Rodgers is how old? How old is Aaron Rodgers now?
40. No,
39.
39.
38. Yeah, it'll be 39 when the season start. I'm like, listen, man, all he doing is throwing the football, man. Like, all he doing is throwing the
Can't perform
football.
any athletic feats.
Nah, he not really throwing. He's throwing it.
Arm work.
It's all arm work. It's all arm work, man. You know what I mean? I'm pretty. I don't think he lost his arm. Like, you know what I mean? He was just MVP, not last year, but the year before.
Back to back.
Back MVP. I don't know if he dropped that far, like just dropped off the map. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can get the ball to those guys, and those days they playmakers.
That guy's a dick.
They ain't got nothing to do with him throwing the football.
He's a dick.
Well, I seen where
He used to be my guy.
it's looking like it's a foregone conclusion. I ain't see it go down yet, but I actually saw them ask him for like a list of free agents that he might want them to
He
sign.
came over and said, "Hey, he tried to pull a Tom Brady, and when Tom Brady came over to the Bucks,
Mm-hmm.
it was get this guy, get this guy, get this guy, get this guy. Well, I mean,
Well,
he got
I
a
did.
little bit more baggage than Tom Brady.
Well, I did see
a
that.
little bit more difficulty baggage.
Well, what I did see is, and maybe it's a coincidence. I did see them sign Alan Lazard today.
Yep, Alan Lazard.
To the New York Jets.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to assume I'm going to connect the dot. Aaron Rodgers, Alan Lazard. They've asked him for a list of free agents that he might like on his team. He's already shown me to be someone who's like, I'm loyal to my guys.
OBJ was on that list.
Ooh.
Yeah, OBJ was on that list.
That's interesting. I still yet to
It'll
see,
be
got to see
all
who they got be, but I mean, but
he went to a hard division though. We gonna be nice longer if Tua stay up.
Y'all made a big move too.
Ooh.
Made a big move. Acquired Jalen Ramsey, cornerback. You got Xavier Howard on one side, Jalen Ramsey on the other side.
Yeah.
Big. That's a big move because contrary to a lot of people feel, that Jalen Ramsey is overrated. I don't feel that way. I just think that sometimes shit happens. I think at talent base and pound for pound, I still think he is one of the top 3 or 4 cornerbacks in the league. I know you don't believe in shutdown corners. You think it's all rubbish, but I think his talent and I think his skill set still is incredible. And I think that in this day and age, I think this is kind of like the age of the receiver. I think it's hard to literally shut somebody down right now, man, just because of the ability of some of these receivers, man. It's just like in the NFL with some of the long range shooting ability of some of these guys, man. It's hard to shut some of these guys down. I think he makes it difficult, and that's all you can really ask for nowadays. To make it difficult.
I said it was definitely fair to say he was at the time when people were saying that he was the best cornerback in the NFL. I was like, well, that's fair. I ain't saying he.
You think it's fair? You think it's fair to say people are saying he's washed now?
No, I don't think that's fair either. I would say if he's washed, man, it's probably 20 cornerbacks that people are saying, are good or washed. It's just not the same ball game for cornerbacks and safeties and people out in coverage in the defensive backfield. It's not the same game like it used to be. That's why I say it's not a such thing as a shutdown corner. Now, Jalen Ramsey, yes, he's a player I want on my team. He's a player I would trade for on my team. However they play.
Cowboys did.
Cowboys traded Stephon Gilmore in a shocking move by the Colts. The Colts dropped Stephon Gilmore. Colts made a lot of moves. They released Matt Ryan. They traded Stephon Gilmore. Colts are prepping for
somebody throw a grenade in there.
Yeah, pretty much. But they can do that because they got one of them top picks. I think they clearing house for a new regime to draft one of the top quarterbacks. They got a top draft.
Well, they got a new coach.
New coach.
I want to say new GM.
Who's their new coach? Is it the one of the Eagles coordinators, or is it?
Yeah,
one of the Eagles the
I'm not sure which one. I'm not.
I thought it was one of the Eagles coordinators,
and one of them went to.
The Giants made a move. Now I don't know about this move. On paper, it looks good, but I don't understand why you would give up a Darren Waller that easily. Is something wrong? Is he just not coming back healthy, or do the Raiders know something we don't know, or are they just dumb?
No, I would say the Raiders are smart and dumb at the same time. The thing is, the Raiders ain't that good. He was one of their better players on the team, so they could use him. At the same time, he's a guy that's always hurt. He's a guy.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a guy. He's a guy that they already paid money to. And they're one of the lower teams that don't have a whole bunch of cash, even though we probably would think the Raiders have a whole bunch of money. They're one of the poorer teams. So they was probably happy to get rid of Darren Waller.
You still got Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow. You still got Josh Jacobs. They still got some skill players.
Yeah, and Jimmy G's at the helm now. How you feel about that? James Garoppolo.
Porn star Jimmy?
Yeah, porn star.
Porn star Jimmy. I'm gonna reserve judgment on that one because Jimmy is another guy that, like you said, availability is the best ability, and unfortunately, Jimmy is not available a lot. So that move could blow up in your face.
True.
It
with Jimmy, man. I mean, I think the Raiders are gonna fall into the trap that San Francisco fell into. Now, I'm the type of person like, man, look, I just want my team to be competitive. Now, when we competitive all the time, you look for where can we get better at this and that. You always point at Jimmy G and like, we can get better there. You feel what I'm saying? So he's never the guy you think that gets to a championship, but he's always the guy that's going not lose a bunch of games. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to lose a bunch of games either. So teams, what people don't be understanding, there are teams out there that have lost a bunch of games. They have losing cultures. Jimmy G has won more than the Raiders have. You know, he was like, man, I can teach you guys a thing or two about winning. You guys don't know what the fuck's going on, especially you.
And I think that might be the thought process.
Especially you Vegas cats.
Yeah, that might
you
be,
know
that,
what
might
I'm
be
saying?
that might be the thought process. That, you know, we get him in here at worst case scenario, he could be a great leader.
Which is fair. Yeah, he's from Vegas, ain't he? Yeah, he's from Vegas, right?
Josh McDaniels.
Oh yeah, that was this guy in
New
England.
England.
New England, yeah. So yeah, that might work for them.
Okay, I see what the thought process is there.
You know what I wanted? I know where you know. I already know what you could do.
Right.
But you work perfect for what I'm trying to do.
That might be it.
You know what I'm saying? You work perfect what I'm trying to do.
That might be
Like
it.
I said, one thing I'm gonna say about which I don't understand the Darren Waller. I don't understand the Darren Waller move because you got porn star Jimmy. You got porn star Jimmy, and you saw what porn star Jimmy does with a full complement of weapons. You know what I mean? Like he wins games. So you trade Darren Waller. So I didn't understand that move. Or is it, like I said, do they know something that we don't know? Is Darren Waller just damaged goods at this point? I don't know.
I'm not even sure is he that might be part of it, but I think part of it is I just think the money part of it is he makes a bunch of money, and you're gonna have to put a whole bunch of people around him. Devontae Adams, the defense they've actually put a couple of dollars into this offseason. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some guys we haven't, mentioned, but they've tried to strengthen that up and bone that up. So you're like, look, man, we can't take a Darren Waller who plays 9 games at one of the higher end salaries on the team. We'd rather just go with a rook who gonna be there the whole 17. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? You showed up to work every goddamn day. That helped us. So,
okay. All right. Well, on that Lamar Jackson situation, Lamar Jackson can officially begin speaking with other teams when the new league year opens Wednesday at 4. So tomorrow at 4 is when he can start speaking to other teams because he was given a non-exclusive franchise tag. So
he can.
It's ultimately, I think what the Ravens did was say, hey man, this is what we're gonna offer you. If you can get more, then go ahead and get it, and we'll decide whether we want to match it or not.
Yeah.
So this is what we think you're worth. If you're worth more than that, then by all means, they didn't. I think they didn't want to set the market too high. They wanted to gauge what was out there, and then
Well, sometimes it ain't about setting the market. It's about committing to people and showing people how you feel about it.
But you got to be smart about the business, though.
It ain't just business, as we see here.
Because I'm a large proponent. I'm a large proponent of that guy's not going to be in a Ravens uniform forever. It's just like Green Bay. Hey man, at some point you got to move on from Aaron Rodgers. He's not always going to be the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers.
Well, well, here's the thing. I'm hoping and I'm betting that there's a team out there that will actually, with this non-exclusive tag, I think that there's going to be an offer made and Baltimore doesn't match it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking is going to happen.
Going to make the offer.
Because that I'm not sure about. That
motherfuckers been snagging all QBs.
That I'm not sure about.
Or an offer or they could have looked at that and they could have said, hey, we don't want to set this too high. You see what else is out there, and then we'll determine whether we want to match it or not.
Yo, do you have to? If they match it, do you still have? Do you have to sign with your team?
If they match it, yeah.
Because got to.
Pretty much, yeah. Let's look at the non-exclusive. Let's look at the terms of the non-exclusive.
Well, that was something I thought of, but I was like, well, if y'all both had the same amount of money, why can't I choose between the team that I want to go to?
No. Let's see.
But I think that's what the non-exclusive rights mean. I mean, the exclusive rights mean like you can negotiate with somebody, but the exclusive tag means we get to, if we want to, we get to match it. You don't get the choice.
A non-exclusive franchise tag allows a tag player to negotiate a deal with a new team. A tag player's original team has the options to match or refuse the new team's offer or refuse it and be rewarded 2 first-round picks. If the original team refuses to match the offer, the tagged player can sign with the new team. So, yes, If they match it, you go back to. So essentially, if the Seattle Seahawks match or Seattle Seahawks offer you a contract, I can match it,
and you got to go back to the Ravens.
Go back to the Ravens.
Yeah, that's what the non-exclusive tag was.
So there is a. So I guess it's a matter of who.
Well, here's the thing,
because
you got to make sure he drum up
at the top of the draft, and I get 2 first-round draft picks. I can draft my quarterback in the future. But if it's somebody further on down the line at pick 22, that first round pick isn't as valuable because now I'm not getting one of the blue chippers.
Here's the thing I say about that kind of. I'm like, look, if I'm a team that is had,
they got a blue chipper. They never had a blue chipper.
Right,
Flacco,
right,
Gerback, Trent Dilfer.
Flacco won a Super Bowl,
but he wasn't a blue chipper.
Damn sure wasn't.
They won 2 Super Bowls without blue chippers. So that's
right. That's but I'm just saying
that will probably.
But I'm just going by what you said. They get two number 1 picks looking for a blue chipper.
Somebody
got a fucking blue chipper.
Somebody to start over with.
You got one.
You got one of them young guys that everyone's craving for.
But that blue chipper might cost you more than it's worth. They may be looking at it from the standpoint of, if we sign this guy, then it cash straps us for the rest of the team.
I understand that.
This is one of the teams that can literally tell you, well, we've won Super Bowls without having the guy. So, we don't necessarily need the guy. We believe that we can do this without the guy.
So that shows you they were like, we don't think you are the guy.
And
we're not going to. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these things aren't on paper. When you tell that to Lamar Jackson, not me, you, him, they're like, we don't think you worth this much, even though we think you worth this much. He like, damn, you don't think I'm worth this much? He's a human motherfucking being. You know what I'm saying? He's not a robot. It's not on paper.
Right.
If he actually thought that the offer was fair, he would have signed it already. We're like, oh man, I think these motherfuckers bullshitting.
It's a business on both sides.
It is business on both sides, but he knows they have the money to give to fulfill his needs if they thought he was someone that they say that they love so much. Now, there's different degrees and different ways that you show to people that you say you love so much. That and Baltimore, like, well, we love you, but maybe not that much. You're like, yo,
well, not that, maybe
right? You're like, nah, we love you a whole bunch. You see all this money?
We love you until
like,
we
nah,
see what the real value is. Maybe no other team matches. Maybe other team negotiates or matches.
But what if he said that's not love? That's not love. You want to put me out there. You want to put me out there.
After 5 years,
right? You
don't know what the real value is. I gave you an MVP, unanimous MVP in that 5 years.
Yes.
I got the best winning percentage behind Patty Mahomes in that 5 years. What's there to show?
What does that have to do with
this
your
is
team
what
being
you essentially. This
financial?
is what we essentially
economically,
think
financially sound. That has
no,
nothing to do with one.
This is what we is.
I can still make a sound business decision and still love you.
Nah, but you can say no. You don't love me if you're not honoring.
I don't even want to say that word when it comes to football because it's obsolete.
No, it ain't, and that's what like, ain't no love in that.
It's obsolete,
and that's what
it's about a commitment,
and that's what he's saying. He's like, no, that's not the commitment I'm trying to see from y'all. If you like, oh, baby, I took you to Paris. I ain't asked for Paris, motherfucker. I asked for motherfucking Saint-Tropez.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? I ain't asked for motherfucking Vegas.
If somebody's
Brazil,
if somebody's willing to take you,
with me,
if somebody's willing to take you,
because I've been fucking with you.
That.
Now, here's what I'm saying.
You under contract,
Do you understand how a person would feel?
I don't care how you feel.
This is what goes into the like, yo, you know what? We'll put you out there and see if anybody else like you. If they want to fuck you and we feel like they want to pay too much for you, we'll leave you alone. Like, damn, you'll really do that to me? Some people be like, damn, that really plays a part in the negotiation. I'm thinking, obviously, it's playing a part in this negotiation.
Hey, man, you might be too much of a head.
Obviously, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't want to put that.
If you fucking with me,
I don't want to put this. I don't want to put any more money into you.
Can I knock on your door,
Besides
Machete?
this.
I'm Lamar Jackson. You be the owner.
If I give you any more money than this, then it cash straps me for the rest of my team, and we can't be competitive. What if that's the thought process though?
They all say that though, and then give the quarterback more than you're supposed to.
2 questions,
They
man.
all say that.
Yeah. They just try to play it out, and
They all say that.
they all end up paying more money than they need to pay.
Every time
Because
a
you
quarterback come up, it'll cash strap the rest of the team.
You want your team to suck, or you want to overpay the quarterback? That's how that goes at the quarterback position. That's just how it goes. People bring up Dak Prescott a lot. Oh, he ain't worth the money. I was saying, I said, look, man, if Jerry Jones was smart, he would pay Dak Jones a year before, or maybe even 2, because I'm like, it's only going to go up. And who the fuck is the alternative?
Well, the Ravens seem to think that depending on who offers, the alternative might be more fiscally, financially reasonable for us. Moving on.
But between me and you, we fucked up. Moving on.
Could I? It may not have fucked up.
Miami might get fucked up at the end of the season again.
They said he could have played them last 4 games. He was like,
and he had every right. Yeah.
Nah.
Suffering a career-ending injury. Fighting back with the Ravens with the wrong contract. Miami going. I guarantee you, Miami getting fucked up again. I guarantee.
They said, listen, motherfuckers go talk to Robert Griffin. They said motherfuckers definitely go talk to RG3 when they come to injuries and coming back to play football. Motherfuckers definitely go talk to RG3, man.
Playing them game, man. Make them people put the money on the wood, man.
There's some basketball music first. A lot of basketball shit going on.
Give Lamar that money, man.
Fucked up that man's career.
Who?
RG3, man.
He fucked up his own career. Yeah, he had saying that he wanted to play. You
gotta save an athlete from himself sometimes. I wouldn't play all the guys.
That was Haloti the guy. Then he injured it again against Seattle.
Playoff game.
And then he made another mistake. He rehabbed vigorously the next off season and never worked on any of his football skills. He just rehabbed. He was behind the 8 ball. If he just took his time, he'd have been fine. He had to say that he's supposed to be player made medicine in the food. This nigga not talking. I know he's not talking. Is he talking? He's talking about fucking somebody's career up. Nigga, y'all got a nigga with mush in his brain right now,
he
man.
Playing, though.
Okay.
He playing.
This might not age well. This might not
He
age
still
well.
playing, though.
What's this? 314.
314. So in NBA news, we got a lot of action going on there. First and foremost, I always like to go over the standings. Before I give the standings, let's do some power rankings here. Give me your top 5 teams in the NBA, your top 5 teams in the NBA.
Power rankings. Me
power rankings.
The Bucks, number 1. Denver, number 2. Sixers, number 3.
Why'd you lean into the mic to say that?
Boston, number 4.
I leaned into the mic to say that. Nigga leaned into the mic though.
Memphis is out of the 5. Memphis is out of the 5. Phoenix.
Ooh. I had terrible. I had terrible 5. Who you 5?
Probably go to Bucks. No order.
Gotta be order. It's a power ranking.
Mm-hmm.
So take your time.
Yeah, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Take your time. It's gotta be in an order. Power ranking.
Get a couple of them, man.
Gristle.
I see a couple big ones in there. That's a long thing.
Because a lot of teams sliding, and right now, you know what I mean? I don't know where to rank them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where to rank them.
Well, take your time. You want me to go?
Go.
I'm gonna go to Bucks. Denver, Boston.
You still got Denver up there after losing 3 in a row?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Milwaukee, Denver, Boston.
Damn, they didn't lose.
Sixers.
In the last 10, they 2-8.
And
with everybody.
I don't want to say Memphis because I know they kind of they're not sliding, but they lost a major piece, man. And
that was my pick to win the West.
I
know who my 5th was.
I mean, as crazy as this may sound, man. I can't say the Suns. I guess I gotta go with the Grizzlies. I gotta go Grizzlies. I can't say the Suns, man, because you don't even know Kevin Durant's status. It's a weakened team without Kevin Durant because you traded all of them pieces to get him, and now he's not available. So now it's like,
well,
I don't know.
They've been playing pretty good as of late without Kevin Durant.
So let's write down the standings. Eastern Conference, number 1, Milwaukee Bucks. Number 2, Boston Celtics. Number 3, Philadelphia 76ers. Number 4, Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 5, Brooklyn Nets. Number 6, New York Knicks. Number 7, Miami Heat. Number 8, Atlanta Hawks. Number 9, Toronto Raptors. Number 10, Chicago Bulls. The rest don't matter. In the Western Conference, number 1, Denver Nuggets. Number 2, Memphis Grizzlies. Number 3, Sacramento Kings. Number 4, Phoenix Suns. Number 5, Golden State Warriors. Number 6, LA Clippers. Number 7, Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 8, Dallas Mavericks. Number 10, New Orleans Pelicans. And the rest don't matter.
I knew Golden State couldn't win, man, after motherfuckers was getting, punched on and
but they're number 5 right now. They're surging.
They're not going to win no championship.
They're surging. Well, they won game out of 4th.
They can't win on the road. And that means defense and togetherness. They don't have that.
It depends on who you playing. In the playoffs, you ain't playing everybody. You playing one specific team.
Shit, right now they matched up against a guy that's probably gonna fire him up. That's Chris Paul, Phoenix Suns without Kevin Durant.
Fire who up?
That would be a great series.
What you mean firing him up?
Oh, nah.
Fire him up. Motivate him.
I would say I definitely wouldn't think he was gonna give Curry no work.
But, yeah, I was wondering. That's what he said. Curry screamed at him last night.
But actually,
2014. This is Curry said that to him. Look at this, ain't 2014.
I think they got the X factor though.
What's the X factor?
Durant.
I don't even know if Durant playing. He might be out for the playoffs.
Man, out for the playoffs in a sprained ankle.
That's what they said.
Man.
Oh no, the reports
out till the playoffs.
Nah, the reports
out till the playoffs, man.
I got was if it was a playoff game, he would have played that night. And it was like, okay, well, we understand, so he'll probably be back in a couple weeks, but it's only a couple weeks
gonna
left.
Come back
that's what I'm saying.
3 games before the playoffs to get it cool.
To get his feet underneath me and come out it's
the playoffs.
Kevin Durant will be reevaluated in 3 weeks.
What date was that? What date is that?
It's 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's when the
3 days
playoffs
to go.
start. I'm getting ready for the playoffs. I'm coming back when the playoffs start. We already cool with, man. Listen, I'm Kevin Durant.
So ultimately, they're in fourth place. They could slide as far as the play-in.
Yeah, that's some wild shit. Yeah, that's some wild shit.
They could, but they playing good. They playing good without
them. Good. They play exact. That's why I picked them fifth.
They winning games without them. Devin Booker
they
putting up 30.
They lost 2 games,
and I would probably say
without him,
they lost 2. He ain't playing in like 4 games.
They 2-2.
Yeah, the last 4 they 6-4. I mean, last 10 they 6-4.
That's good. That's better. That's over 500.
Well, the Nuggets is 6-4. The last 10. You said, oh man, you picked them. They lost 3 straight. The Suns lost 2 straight. One more game, and the Nuggets got a what? A 9-game lead.
They don't got no Kevin Durant, man.
They got the Joker.
Man,
back-to-back MVP.
Oh, I'm not.
What the fuck is all that for?
I'm not.
He ain't no Kevin Durant.
You're right. He's the back-to-back MVP.
That's fair.
Could be 3-time MVP. So
fair.
You're absolutely right.
He ain't no Kevin Durant. He can't do what he do. He can't do what Kevin Durant do. He can't score like Kevin Durant.
I think we've already shown that Kevin Durant, just being Kevin Durant, that's not enough. But Kevin Durant got enough around him that just
sounds nice on paper.
Yeah,
man,
that's what I'm saying. It should be. And he'll be the guy out, in front leading the charge.
Let's keep it 100.
I could definitely see that.
I'm saying y'all talking like this about Jokic. Why, with this 3-time MVP, y'all won't say he one of the greatest of all time?
Where the fuck did that part of the conversation come from?
Because you're hyping him like, yo, they got Jokic.
Who said that?
No, y'all said he's not.
This season,
man,
and what's going on right now? That man ain't even playing right now.
But when he
so you
played
can't
with
say
him,
got him.
All right.
And one of the biggest pitfalls of having Kevin Durant is what the situation is right now. He's injured. He's not available.
Oh, we gotta. Somebody got their 5, their power 5. Oh, let me check it out. Let me check it out for y'all.
So did you see that there's talks about there being a minimum games played for the regular season accolades?
I think that's boomty, man.
Think it's boomty?
Yeah, I mean, if you valuable, you valuable. Oh, Senior Willie, check your inbox. Senior Willie, check your inbox.
It's the boomty?
It's the boomty, man. I mean,
damn.
The one I understand what they're talking about, where you can't miss a certain amount of games, but
because for every other stat, you have to have a minimum of this and a minimum of that to qualify. It's just like a scoring championship. You got to have a minminimum, amount of points or a minimum games played to qualify to be the scoring champ.
But they already had it, de facto. You feel what I'm saying? Like last year, I think Joel Embiid didn't win the MVP because he didn't play enough games. They didn't have to make, you got to play 70 games.
That's the reason he didn't win MVP?
I think so. I mean, I think so. Okay. I think when he missed some games down the stretch and Joker played every fucking game again, like, damn, you couldn't front on that. And then, and like, damn, Joel, you was out those games. And then Joker put up like 50 points and a couple other triple doubles. Like, damn, you really kind of locked it up.
Yo, what's Denver record?
The best record
not far off this.
Oh no, I'm sorry. They got the second best.
Yeah, Senior Willie, man. Check your
46 and
messenger. Check your messenger.
They're one game above the Sixers.
Yeah. They've been Boston for whatever reason they haven't been as dominant lately.
Who hasn't been as dominant?
Boston.
Well, I think it's more the Bucks surging because the Bucks won like 16 straight. The dropped some, but the Bucks they won like 16
that was Boston earlier
and they only
they
only two games up. You go on a 16-game win streak and you only 2 games up.
This ain't the time of the year you want to be going 12-10. When you was the number 1 seed in the whole Boston, their last 22 games they've went 12-10. Their last 22 games. So I'm like, and that's why I know they was out to like they was up like 30-8 or something like that.
They last 10 games, they like 2-8.
Yeah, they're like 12. I know they're 12-10 in their last 22 games. I did hear that. I was like, but they had such a lead earlier in the season. It looks
they only had like a 2-game lead over Milwaukee. Milwaukee was keeping pace.
Kinda.
Well, it's not kind of.
Well, not
Milwaukee
was
because
Milwaukee
Milwaukee overtook them. Like I said, they were keeping pace. They never had more than like a 4 or 5 game lead or nothing like that. They had like a couple games lead over Milwaukee. Yeah. Milwaukee was keeping pace.
Yeah. And they overtook them. And like, this ain't the time to be sliding. But I think this slide this time might be a little bit more significant than just But I know the Sixers need to overtake them, man. We need to get to that deuce seed. We need to get to the 1 seed, but let's get to this deuce seed first. Yeah. Come on, man.
The Knicks surging.
You're still going to play the Celtics.
We had a home court advantage.
That shit don't mean nothing.
I don't care. I'd rather have it than not have it. I want to win. That's what I want to win all the games any motherfucking way. So it don't matter. I mean, if I want to go out and win all the games, the rest of the games in the regular season anyway. So that would mean we would have the home court advantage anyway. So I'd rather have it than not.
Knicks among the hottest teams in the league, surging.
That would be a 3-6
What's
matchup.
The Cavs in the last 10?
Cavs in the last 10 is 5-5.
Okay, they playing steady.
Yeah, Cavs 5-5.
What's the Kings in the last 10?
The Kings in the last 10,
6-4,
8-2.
Ooh,
the Kings, man. The Kings might be scary.
That's my 16.
Yo, the Kings might be scary.
I said this might sound weird, but then I was like, nah, I can't.
Yo, Mike Brown could coach, man. It might be scary, man, because you got a nigga that's gonna go get that. They got a nigga that's gonna go get that.
Golden State 7-3 their last 10.
They playing pretty good now
too.
Nah, because they all been mostly been home games. Now they grade go on the road for like 6 games straight.
Well, I'm saying if they can turn it around,
they grade go on the road for like 6 games straight.
That's fair. The law of averages, I would say, man, they can't be this putrid forever. They're a 4-time champion team, 5 times, 6 times, going to the championship team. They ain't.
Yo, a nigga made a point today. I forget who was I watching. I want to give my shout out. I'm thinking shout out to. He made a point.
Sometime it's going to average out. I would assume people wouldn't want it to average out in the playoffs when they start winning a whole bunch of games on the road. Because it don't matter for you to win 4 championships to go to 6 or however many they went to. You won a whole bunch of fucking road games. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Who's your MVP right now?
Now, hold. But the nigga has said about Golden State. He was like, matter of fact, it was Stephen A. Damn, my bad, Stephen A. He said, yo, it's crazy. He was like, yo. He was like, in the past, he was like, these the times when Draymond Green can face and hold accountable. He was like, yo, he can't do that no more. And that affect his like, yo, and that might be affecting the team. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just jump face no more after you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? You can't just try to hold niggas accountable. You know what I mean? Because they was like, yo, he was that nigga. When they go through a rough patch, he pulling niggas together. And you know what I'm saying? It was like niggas ain't trying to hear that shit.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Cross the line,
yeah,
man.
Niggas ain't trying to hear that shit now.
Some people were saying, well, I could just show back up to work the next day. I'm like, all right. I don't think they are going to be able to show back up to work the next day. And they showed up, but not to the tune of what everybody.
Yo, you see that nigga quit on the court the other night?
Yeah, he just the ball. I ain't never seen no. I know I ain't never seen.
I ain't never seen no shit.
I never seen that.
Yo, you see
I ain't
that?
I probably would have sat him down.
You see it? Man, listen.
Man, look that up.
He ran through the paint.
We need to get the crack stat.
He ran through. Jordan Poole had the ball on the right wing. We facing it on the right wing. Jordan Poole had the ball. He flashes through the paint.
Yeah, we need to get
calling for the ball. Jordan Poole don't pass it.
He snaps.
Man, that nigga snaps. He turns around and just walks off the court. Then he look, nigga, Jordan Poole swung it to whoever was at the top of the key, and that nigga swung it, man. It like hit him in the back. Yo, and it was yo, that nigga, yo.
So you ain't seen it, huh? Hopefully, I'm gonna hook this up for the people jamming in Bucharest as well, man. But I'm gonna let my good brother see this, man. I'm running from the top.
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild.
Like, yo, dog, what you doing? Hold up.
Where's the thunder?
Like, yo, you don't give a fuck. Like, you don't care. Like, you don't
really
give a
don't
fuck.
care.
Nah, that would be tough playing with Jordan Poole too. That nigga don't pass the ball at all.
You don't give a fuck. I'm not passing it to you.
Yeah, nigga,
You ain't gonna shoot it.
Nigga.
You ain't gonna shoot it. You gonna dribble with your nigga and get you an assist, nigga. You pass stats too. Don't get it fucked up.
Poole
Nigga know what
bounces
you
off of
doing
Isaiah
out there.
Joe.
You ain't nasty.
Play on. Oh, and that careless pass. I don't know if it was intended for Green. Out of the way, it's a turnover. Wiggins, no.
God, I'm running back for you, God.
Poole bounces off of Isaiah Joe.
Here I am. What the
Oh,
fuck just happened, God?
I don't know if it was intended for Green. Out of the way, it's a turnover. Wiggins.
That's what just happened. That's what happened.
He don't care no more.
That's what happened, man.
He don't care
That's
no
what
more.
happened.
Nah, he cared. I don't
That's
like
what
it. I don't
happened.
like a nigga that don't care.
That's what happened, man. Nah, that is a nigga. That is a nigga that don't care, man. Or
That's a nigga
we didn't
that
cross the
don't
line,
care,
man.
Why
He
you
don't care
walk
enough
up?
to
Come
not
on, man.
cross
You
the
walking
line.
off the court. You
Come on,
don't
man.
care.
Nah, man.
Come on, man. That's some park shit.
Senior Willie, man. Check
Man,
your
that's some
messenger.
park shit, man. That's
Yeah,
some park
man.
shit, man. I ain't
Nigga,
playing
I
with
play
you
you-
niggas. I ain't playing with you niggas.
I would, if I
Come
would
on,
have had
man.
good mind to either sat him down for the rest of that game, if not just the rest of the game and the next game. Like,
And you
nigga,
know what
you
that
wouldn't
is?
you ever do that shit again, nigga.
And you know who could do that? A nigga with 4 chips
Let him.
and already solidified. He couldn't do that if he ain't had no chips.
Couldn't do that shit.
Man, you just walked off the court, nigga. Come on, Phil.
He can't do that. No,
He don't
not do
care.
that.
That's a nigga that's like, yo, I got 4 chips.
I ain't
I
saying
don't
about
care.
You said, what you
We
said? I
seen
ain't-
LeBron
No,
do
I
that.
haven't.
No, he ain't just walk off the
No,
court in the
no,
middle of the
No, in
game.
the middle of the game, he threw the play.
No, not in the middle of a play. Not in the middle of no
I ain't
play.
never seen that. I ain't
Not
never
in the
seen
middle of
that,
no
man.
play.
You want me to run that back for you?
Not in the middle of no play,
I ain't never
nigga.
seen that, man.
No.
I ain't never seen
It was
that.
and then it turned into a turnover. They started running the other way. Nope.
Nah, man, nah. You
Nope.
see if we pull up on your
Nope.
own, John, dog. But
Only
we
nigga,
let
listen.
the world see.
Oh,
The world saw it.
only nigga that possibly ever done that was Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he did do it, but we actually understand, like, yeah, this nigga's crazy.
The only person that probably ever done that was Dennis Rodman.
Yo. Yeah, man. Yeah, you see it. They ain't it. They was playing against Oklahoma City. But that's what I'm saying. Like, nah, man. Hold up. What you doing, man? We playing ball out here, man. Fuck your personal whatever, man. Leadership. Nigga, we running a 3-2 flat. The fuck is you doing? So what, he ain't pass you the ball? Nah, come on. Kaminga. Go get it.
He a bully. That's a bully. Cause I'm pretty sure it's times he ran through that paint and Clay and Steph ain't passing. They looked him off.
They firing that motherfucker back with you. Nigga, I wish I would piss it. I don't give a fuck how high you jump. Give me the ball. But it's Jordan Poole.
Man, all he did was dribble the fuck back out. Man, that's all he would have did. Man, everybody at this table know he wouldn't have just shot the ball. He would have got it, looked, started surveying. A motherfucker would have came and picked a dribble handoff to Steph or Clay. Man, he wouldn't have shot the fucking ball.
Nope.
Man, nah, nigga. Man, fuck you, nigga.
This ain't 2014. This ain't 2014.
That's all he would have
As your
did.
boy said. Niggas 2023, you a shell of
Soon as he got that ball, he would have turned his back to the basket.
And he almost already had his back to the basket.
He would have turned his back to the basket and waited for a dribble handoff.
You saw the play.
That's your game.
He quit.
Dylan Brooks ain't say no lies. If you was playing with another team, you might not get in the game.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. On a lot of teams, he let him go to a young team. They're like, man, we can't use that on the court, man. You out there walking off the court. We can't use that at all in Houston. We have to get some other pieces around here in Houston. Y'all ain't taking that. Even if y'all did trade for him, y'all try to buy him out. Don't even show up, Draymond. Don't even show up. We can't use it. If we can use it, we'll have you out there. Or the Warriors wouldn't get rid of you. Can't have that, man. I'm like, all right. That's a real motherfucking person that got punched in the motherfucking face. So, man, I just show up to work the next day. I remember, you saying something to that effect. I'm like, all right, well. Fuck is the deal, good brother? I heard that.
Come up.
Shit, man. That's crazy, man. That Draymond Green shit, man. You just gonna walk off the court. Nigga, it's 4 other motherfuckers on the court. We ain't got money like you. We ain't got rings like you.
Video.
We ain't got
disgusting.
All you gotta do is put in Draymond Green, Jordan Poole.
No, I'm talking about when LeBron James walked off the court.
Yo, I think
what?
you
I ain't never seen that.
You acting like a Skip Bayless over here, man.
Oh.
You sound surprised. My baby like LeBron James walked off the court.
Oh man, I'm thinking he's looking up something else.
We ain't talking about no end of the game.
Nah.
It's still time, and he
was in mid-play.
Okay, so before you talking about a crucial
The play was going on.
The game's still going on. Yeah. It's not out of reach. A star player.
I'm not talking
a nigga that could quote unquote do that, right?
You want me to show it again? That was that was like third quarter, man. What are you talking about? That was like third quarter, man.
So it got to be third quarter. It got to be third quarter, and is that the shit we talking about?
Third quarter, 4 minutes, 37 seconds left. He just, my man passing the ball, he just turned his back and walked off the court.
Man, he walked off the court,
Green
man.
Come on, he can only do that because he fucking traded.
Because you got yourself in trouble when you said this before, right? You got yourself in trouble when you said this before. You've never seen something, right? And then when you were showing it,
so you got it.
I'm ready to find it.
You getting ready to find it?
Yeah, I'm ready to find it.
Come on, man. Man, we got a whole bunch of people here. I know they've seen a whole bunch of motherfucking basketball games professionally.
And you gonna ask them the same question?
I'm gonna ask them when the last time you see the motherfucker. Have y'all seen the Draymond Green? Doing good, man. How you doing, good?
Come on, man. You all drunk and shit. Nah, man. Listen, it ain't that. It ain't even that, dog.
Now, what you want to know about Draymond Green? Talk to me, man.
Nah, the nigga just in a real motherfucking game. He hollering for the ball like I'm open. The dude passing the ball after a couple draws. He just kind of like turn his back. Like, yo, nigga, we got a game going on. This is a professional fucking game.
Sport. What are you doing?
I'm like, if you was playing on the motherfucking Pistons, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Playing over Speakman.
Nah, you can get it over Speakman.
You can't do that over
You can't.
Yo, that's what I said. That's some part shit.
You can do it over Speakman. You can't do that.
Yo, that's what I said. Some shit. They just woke up the court like, man, I ain't playing, man.
You pass.
So y'all saying third quarter shit, right?
No matter what quarter it was.
So if a nigga walking off the court on you and the game ain't over, nigga quitting on you, right?
Nah, man.
So if a nigga walk off the court on you and the game ain't over, nigga quitting on you, right?
Yeah. But if it ain't no end of the clock.
Oh, yeah. LeBron, he walked. Did he quit in the play, man? Nigga passing the ball, he turned his back. I'm talking about, did he do that shit? Because he talking about when LeBron walked off the court at the end of the motherfucking game.
There's a compilation video of this motherfucker walking off the court. This shit he does.
No, I'm talking about somebody passing him the ball when he's walking off the court.
Okay, you're right, Fred. It's not
that's
that
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about.
But
it's a motherfucker walking off the court, right?
He was walking off the court.
It's a motherfucker walking off
In
the court
the
with time
play.
on with time
The
on
game's
the
going
clock.
on.
What's mental health?
Multiple plays.
Antonio Brown did it.
Multiple plays. What? Everybody do it.
He left the
That
field.
shit ain't uncommon.
It's-
Scotty even refused to go in a game. What the fuck? That shit
It's
happens.
not common. Niggas walk off the court in the middle of the game while niggas running plays.
Nah, you made it sound he didn't play no more the rest of the game.
Nah, I'm saying in the
He
middle of
quit on the play.
And the
Niggas do that all
No,
the
they
time.
don't.
niggas don't walk off the
You said,
court.
no, they don't.
Niggas don't be quitting on the play, turning it.
Nigga might not run back. Nigga might not run back. Like, man, fuck that shit.
No.
Nigga, he walked off. He was walking off the court.
No, what the fuck?
Niggas Rodman never walked off the court.
Y'all the other team put the ball up with that other end. It's a foul.
Yeah.
Nigga, this is in
never happened
mid-play.
You're right.
This is in mid-play.
Yeah, he said you right.
Yo, mid play, nigga.
Nigga know I'm gonna get him. You know I'm gonna get him.
Mid
You
play.
know I'm gonna get him.
Nah, you still ain't pulled that up
You know
when
I'm
somebody
gonna
did that shit.
Not
like
because
that,
ultimately
man.
you telling me exactly. See, I know how you work.
I'm saying I ain't never
I
seen
know
nobody
exactly
do that shit.
Right. So
That's what I said.
it's already on wax.
man.
It's already on wax. So
Ain't
I'm
nobody,
good.
I
I'm
ain't never
good.
seen nobody do that
I'm
shit,
good.
man.
I'm good. I'm good.
Just quitting on the play in the middle of the play, man.
Right.
It was like third quarter.
Okay.
It was like third quarter,
Right.
man.
Getting in the booth tonight.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Engineered left.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, man, it's been a long night.
I'm the motherfucker.
A lot of topics we done went over, man. A lot of topics we done went over. It's been a glorious night.
Engineer left.
Yeah, he left.
So with that being said, man, we love y'all, man. It's a pleasure, man. Anything on your mind, bro? Any thoughts? Any closing thoughts?
I got shit on
Oh,
Yeah,
man, it's Tuesday.
You got a podcast, nigga. You got a podcast, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Talk your shit on your own shit, nigga.
Any thoughts?
Nah, nigga. Nigga, get
Man,
your
look,
nigga.
man.
Yeah,
Thank y'all
nigga.
for walking with us, man. Everybody jamming out in Bucharest, man. Senior Willie, you was supposed to check in tonight, man. But nah, and
Yo, shout out Buck. Welcome home.
Bitch ass Chauncey.
Thoughts, bro?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, on time next week.
Listen, man. We rocking out. Thanks for rocking out with us. Man, listen, like I said, you liable to see anything in Studio 7, man.
We out,
Coming
man.
soon.
We out, man. It's the boys all day, man. We out.
We live at the Fire Nights podcast, man, and it's certain moments that you have when you do these things, and I think it's more the moment.
These guys came from Woodland, Delaware. Where were you from?
Who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him.
Listen, man, it's your boy D-Mac, man. Fire Nights Podcast.
Let me see him.